find a mark and my mind is sharp. My psionics tell you our minds are hells apart. Straightforward and honest, I'm no soothsayer, worth no more than 900. My destiny is ahead, never afraid to confront it. I'll keep everyone safe even if I won't make it. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Big man, big heart, rage and control. Proud father, wisdom with age, never selfish, never cold. Knock you out with these fists, fall to the floor. Prefer peace, don't test me, I'm leaving the score. Brute strength to silence enemies, they'll fall. Peaceful soul, don't hesitate to roar. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Shiny the cat's out of the bag. Middle mate can be called ironclad. No cat and mouse, but with my prey I'll play a support animal, yeah. I'm your steel defender. No scratches on this cat, no sleek and slender. No attitude like men. I'm tired of you, so talk to my creator now. The shadows gather as I walk in shadow elf, but I hate my kin. Tinker inventor, I always have the tools for the job. Rules never tidy, kind of a slob. Sleep is for the weak, so I never catch a wink. If I feel tired, just down an energy drink. Master hacker, intelligent, without a doubt. Stand in my way, fuck around and find out. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Man with a voice smooth as silk, not full of hot air. I've got the skills, air gymnast, musical talent unmatched. Singing sax, playing bagpipes on blast. My music sharp like a cloud of daggers. Got the moves like Jagger, I ain't no slacker. Objects move when I'm around. An army that animated things who can't be brought down. I'll be your test, can't withstand this tempest. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. My magic's divine, like a holy man's words. I bring the fire, like soon in a church. In the kitchen or chapel, that's where I shine. I'm the heart of the party, keeping their health in line. Pocket bacon, always stocked up, ready to share. If anyone's in need, I'm quick to be there. Divine skills, prestigious and strong. I'm the party shield, they call me Aegis, it won't be long. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud.
Excuse me, I don't murder. It would be an execution.
Well, then I will requisition a vehicle forcefully.
Okay.
Or we can call a taxi.
The
We could-
wisest
we could
member of our
also-
party.
Yeah, we could do that. That definitely was a wise. Thank you,
That was
monk.
very wise.
Or we could just wait till Tempest gets dropped off. I think he's only going like 2 blocks from us.
He's pretty much
isn't he,
sprinting to the date at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't he just like going to the diner there?
Yeah, like right down the road.
It would be so funny if I'm picturing him just taking off at a dead sprint and like
Yes.
Zachary just like driving like do you want to rolls down the window, do you want to ride?
Got a lot of nervous energy, man. I'm good.
You show up all sweaty, the prestidigitation has somehow worn off.
The wings on his boots are sweating because they've been moving so fucking fast.
I did think about that, but I do have a scroll of prestidigitation. He's probably gonna like axe himself right before he goes in.
Honestly, the best use of a cantrip scroll ever.
It really is.
I mean, really, what else are you gonna use prestidigitation for other than like cleaning yourself up for a date?
My mic is off.
Right.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through some notes really quick. Cuber, yeah, Seru. Okay, so we left off on Friday, January 12th, 2024 at just about 12 p.m. XP for last session was 2,545 for each person.
Okay, hold on. You said what?
2,545.
Okay, I need a nap now.
So that should be, yeah. So Aegis, you should be at 54547. Bonkin 46197. Kira 48790. Marcus 55047. And Tempest 49367.
Level 9.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, we got a couple. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. So congratulations. Once you guys get your long rest in, you'll be able to benefit from that level. Let's go through some notes here. So a recap. You all started last week fighting the Beholder after quickly realizing that the humanoids that were attacking you were likely under its control. Marcus went head-to-head with it initially, soon to be joined by Dwayne Johansson and Kira and Min. Bonkin subdued the thralls while y'all tangled with the Beholder stalks. Dwayne took a disintegration ray to the rock face. I put that in my notes.
Please
But
tell me that's exactly how you wrote that.
I did write it. But Marcus said nope and shielded literally just enough to keep him from turning into a pile of dust. He actually ended up doing that twice. Kira supersized Marcus, making it seem like this fight was going to be over quickly. However, Tempest, while providing aerial support, summoned the old blender, and just as that happened, Marcus was charmed by the Beholder's ray. Realizing his new friend was in danger, Marcus dimension doored the F out, announcing where he was going, because he wasn't terribly familiar with the way that the cape worked. While up with the Beholder in the tunnels, in its crazed state, it did end up harming Marcus, breaking its own charm, but slowing and fearing him instead. Tempest soon understood what was so charming about the Beholder after following Marcus up the hole and back into the tunnel and being hit by the same ray. Bonkin drank a potion straight out of Alice in Wonderland and went from Bonkin to Bonkin, but was quickly charmed as well during his pursuit. Tempest, Bonkin, and Marcus fought the Beholder up top until finally, after many successful blows from all three of the heroes, Bonkin made a Shishka Beholder out of their enemy. Kira this is what happens when I actually write my recaps. Kira stood guard over the thralls downstairs as she waited for Min's gears to stop seizing up, and Aegis was keeping an eye on Kira and the thralls and an ear and a massive heel out for the rest of the party upstairs. Once the dust finally settled, y'all sent Tempest to his date, finally, after cleaning him up, of course, and found the Ethereum crystal in a chamber. It was seated on a pretty ornate and potentially high-tech looking pedestal, and at first glance one would think that many skill checks, careful handling, and perhaps even some puzzles would stand between our heroes and the crystal. Marcus, seeing things a different way, lifted the entire seat off the pedestal using mind bullets, completely bypassing whatever traps were in place and successfully obtaining the crystal for the party, who was now on their way to count and identify their loot, figure out what to do with the crystal, and Zachary zooming Tempest to his date. And that's where we're going to pick up. Does anybody need clarifications on anything?
The only thing I'm going to put in, just for the sake of brevity, because we don't withhold any form of loot from one another, is That is the coins that everybody gets individually. It is a lot of fucking money. It was a full hoard, so yes, it's 220 plat, 1832 gold, and 2064 silver. And then obviously all the items, as soon as we get them identified, you know how we do it.
You guys bought a lot of shit.
Yes. Question for you, Candace. Dwayne Johansson. With as fucked up as he is, because I'm assuming he's only got a couple of hit points.
I think
You know,
3.
only had,
Wasn't he
like,
at
hit points
3?
many.
Oh no, he got healed.
Yeah, I think he was holding at 3 for a while, but I think Min actually
Min booped
healed
him.
him a little bit.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
at
So I know when Tempest leaves, he's probably gonna just stop being animated. Is that how that works, or does he
So
maintain
I was
that?
actually reading this. Where did it go again? Animating performance. So
I think it lasts an hour, but I don't know if you have to.
it lasts an hour, but sorry, when you use a bardic inspiration feature, you can command an item. Once you animate an item with this feature, you can't do so. No, that's not part of what I was reading. I think I read somewhere in here that it can actually it kind of can move on its own.
So if
But
it can
only
still...
in combat. Yeah.
Oh, it's only in combat. Okay. So with it hovering, if I were to like nudge it like an air hockey table, does it just move or does it resist me? Because it's fucking coming back with
So
us. I
it-
saved it twice.
I'm gonna
So
say that
it-
it's like levitating, right? Isn't that technically
It
what it's
hovers.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
it hovers.
yeah, so I would say it would be like an air hockey table where you'd be able to kind of move it and maneuver it. It is still a large, it's a big ass boulder, but
Oh, here
not
it is.
huge.
It says it can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it can take on its turn is a dodge action unless I tell it to do otherwise.
Okay,
But it doesn't need your presence to continue.
It does
to
not
exist.
need my presence. Yeah.
right. I think it's just duration is how.
So
Right.
before you left, I
Actually,
guess you probably didn't get any.
before, I would say probably before I left, I would probably have told it just to kind of like do like the elevator
Mm-hmm.
motion.
I believe you even said
Just-
that last session. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like go up and down, kind of on its own. And I think it's friendly to you guys, so I mean it's not going to perceive any of your action as moving it as like any kind of like threat.
Now, Candace, I know that I had tested this out with another object, but if I press into its mind, does this thing even have an intelligence score that is, or is it 0?
It's like walking into an empty. It doesn't have an actual intelligence score.
No,
does it?
that's
It's
what I'm
-3.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so it would be like walking into an empty room. There's nothing there.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally a rock.
Okay. Yep. I was gonna try to convince it to follow us.
Well, since like I said, it is going to be it'll be functioning a lot like air hockey would because it is hovering. So if you maneuver it and push it and try to move it,
And with the damage it's taken, it is still a full large size.
it's still full large. I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
It's fine. I'm
it's
not
still the
questioning
same
that.
size only because it can be repaired, but parts of it did fall off.
Okay. All right. So one more clarification question before we start. Our time today. So we've got Friday, January 12th. I have 12:20 p.m. question mark. Is that accurate? Last
Yeah,
session
because
started at 11:55, and I figured with all the shit that we were doing.
yeah,
down
you guys
here-
sent Tempest off at noon. By the time you finished with this stuff, we can say 12:25 makes sense. For where
12:25
you
you
guys
said?
are at, yeah. For 12:25 makes sense for you guys. For Tempest, we'd be picking up like right as he was leaving, which would be noon.
Okay, understood. And then the only other, one more thing, just because we'd done a lot of shit in here the last time and discussed what our intentions were.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looting everything. We are riding the rock back to the surface. We have the Ethereum crystal with us. And what I will do is, if the rock doesn't seem like it understands me when I say, okay, we're all off, you can come with us now, then I will use a charge of telekinetic movement when it comes back up in its elevator motion, and I will just gently lift it up and over the edge, so to kind of like encourage it to follow.
Okay. And Kiara, you have, if I remember correctly, the pedestal and everything was handed to you. The seat, I should say, with
Yes.
the Ethereum crystal was handed to you. Perfect.
My turn for clarification questions.
mhm.
How much does it weigh?
So it's not that large. The stone is a little bit heavier than you might expect. But you can carry it. It's 15 pounds, excuse me.
With the pedestal?
With the seat. The pedestal itself is staying, but with the seat that it was on, it is 15 pounds.
Okay.
It's not a
so,
huge. It's not like a oversized crystal. This is what do they say? This picture is enhanced for detail.
Okay. Couple of things then. One, Kira is not moving quickly. Though she is moving with the I'm not gonna drop it, I'm not gonna bump it, I'm not gonna scratch it, like hi, I'm holding a precious artifact that I dearly want to take back to the lab and explore. So she's moving slowly, both from encumbrance and from that. Two, we want to make sure we don't forget the now peacefully unconscious bodies that have been rigged for transport.
Yep, we discussed that last time too. They're coming up with us.
Yep. And three, so you don't have to use a telekinetic charge. I have another rope that we can just secure around Dwayne to just kind of be like, come on, and just nudge him. Because if he's levitating, then he can just be nudged
He's
that
not
way.
levitating. He's
He's hovering,
So
yeah.
I think there maybe that's semantic territory, but
Yeah, I
if
think
we
like
tied the rope to it, will he come?
If
I
you
think like
tied a-
levitating means like you're actually you're in a bubble that can be moved. I think hovering is like has to be under its own power.
It's its own.
Might be
will,
So
wrong.
I would
right.
say if you were to tie the rope around it and then either hold it or tie it to yourself, it would move. It can control itself, but I don't think it would oppose you because
Okay.
you know what I mean.
Well, fuck it. I'll hold the rope then, because I'm walking the rock.
It's like a balloon.
Then
And I'm
yeah,
gonna
that
take
way
my
you're not
point
using
back.
any.
Yep.
You're not using any resources.
Beautiful.
I'm encumbered anyway. I'm not going to bother removing the rope from my inventory for now because I'm assuming it's just going to go back, just like I've got the rope that's on the people at the moment.
Right.
So, for the sake of, I don't want to do more inventory management for hand wavy things.
Sure, no problem.
I have a clarification question for Kira. When are you gonna take the beholder like stalks and stuff? Is it gonna happen in the cave, or should I be carrying it into
So this
Zachary's
is
car?
going to be. So she's holding the crystal and she looks over and finally it's in Elven. Oh, holy fuck. The
Logan's gonna look
italicized.
confused.
Yeah, very translatable. She's gonna look down at the crystal, look up at the beholder, look down at the crystal, look up at the beholder. So I don't have a tarp or anything, but I can't take care of that here unless I set this down, and I don't know what's gonna happen if I set this down. Can
Strap
you...
it to my back.
The crystal or the beholder?
Both, if you want to. I am incapable of being slowed down by things being carried on my person. And he kind of looks down at his boots and clicks the heels.
Yeah, Bonkin, I'm gonna need to get into the backpack so I can get... I've already used two of my ropes, so I'll need the ratchet straps, but yeah, I can rig up a harness for the beholder to strap it to you. You've also got Dwayne. Yeah, this'll work. Zachary's
fine.
going to hate us.
No, it's fine. I rode a couch all the way through town
Sure.
on the top of his vehicle.
A couch
Once.
is a normal, mundane object to most people.
We had
The
like 6
beholder-
corpses one time in his trunk.
That is true. The beholder is actively leaking. Wait,
Oh.
no, that's an ooze. It's oozing.
Okay. Here,
But I'm sure it'll be fine.
He'll pull the cloak off, or the cape that he's got. Do you want to just use it like a top? You said you needed a top. You can just sling it up and just kind of make it like a knapsack. You know, like one of those, what do they call them in the movies that I've seen? Hobos. You can make him like a hobo knapsack and just strap him over my back. Get a stick. Do we have a large stick somewhere? Master Bonkin, do you think you can tear one of those timbers out of the old subway
Actually-
tracks and just throw it over my back?
Bonkin, can I borrow your trident?
Sure, and hand you the trident with the beholder still on it.
No, I can't. Ah! She would let the beholder hit the ground rather than drop the Ethereum crystal. That's
Like he'll
okay.
hold it out until you
You're-
fully grasp it.
You're gonna have to do this. Okay. And she'll talk them through the ratchet straps, the cloak, and the trident to make a satchel to carry the beholder.
God
You can
help
just
us.
carry it if you want.
No, we
Just
don't want it
carry
to ooze all over Zachary's nicely, freshly detailed car.
That's true. Let it ooze all over my beautiful, very expensive, extremely rare cape instead.
Yes, that's more easily cleaned.
That's what I'm saying.
If you want, I can carry the cape then. With it
Yes,
here.
no, please, yes. I encourage you, please, take it. Take that in the beholder. I'll walk the rock, and Master Aegis, if your feet are getting tired, you can ride on my shoulders.
Marcus, you'll get a text from Zachary that says, Tempest said something about a giant rock and a beholder. I'll get the car ready.
Marcus will stop. He'll put a finger up and look at his visor and he'll go, uh-oh. Well, Master Tempest already alerted Master Zachary about the Beholder and Dwayne the Boulder Johansson here. So, looks like everything's great. He's very excited to see what we've found. Oh, God, what are we going to do with all these bodies?
I was about to say, you might want to tell him about the other 4 we're bringing with us.
That's a fair point. I'll go ahead and quickly scan off a text message to Zachary. Actually, it's going to be a voice message since my hands are full of rope and rock. And it will say, yes, we do have a rock. Dwayne the Boulder Johansson, and we do have a beholder, Shish Golda, I think is what we're calling it now because it's been speared pretty terribly. Anyways, we have 4 corpses as well. And I send it.
They're not corpses.
Oh, I will send a message immediately following, another audio message, and it will say, correction, they're not corpses, they're bodies. Bodies? Are they bodies,
Unconscious.
Mr.
No.
They're unconscious. Nope, what are they?
They're missing people, currently unconscious, will need medical aid.
I'm sure you heard all of that. Boop, send.
It takes a minute, but like pretty much just long enough for him to hear the messages. And the first one says, "Oh, thank God they're not bodies," or "Oh, thank God they're not corpses." And then the second one says, "If you can wait 10 minutes, I can bring the trailer."
Oh! When did Master Zachary get a trailer? He says he can bring a trailer for the
People.
people.
I don't think we ever asked him if he had a trailer.
He
Homeboy had trailer this
probably,
whole time?
That's
he
fair.
probably bought it after the couch or sun incident.
That's fair. Probably the 10th son was a little much.
It's probably fair.
We did also pay him more than a year's salary up front.
That's
Yes.
also true.
And we always give him a little on the side when things get weird, which they always do.
We should up
Always.
his pay.
I tried to pay him
said-
more, he wouldn't take it. Sorry, Master
Oh,
Aegis.
I just gave him more when I transferred him the initial.
Oh, good.
That being said, though, the trailer might be of help, because he could drop us off at the trailer over at the Temple of Soon. Me and these 4 here.
Oh, that's actually true. And while we're doing that, Mistress Kira, Master Bonkin, if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand, I have a shitload of things in this backpack that are screaming magic to me. I can't confirm that. That's total bullshit, but they definitely look important. Also, I'll pull out this little journal from a pocket. This is a book of heresies. This is amazing. This is like rare content. I hope there's something really terrible in here.
Okay, we need to get back because I want to start identifying everything.
Okay, all right. Let's go. Master Bonkin, you have the beholder.
Yo,
Okay.
I got it.
I'll
If
give
you
a
need
little
me to
tug
carry
on
it.
the
Now
rock.
rigged up in a hobo pouch.
Actually, Master Bonkin, maybe you can carry a couple of these. What are we calling them? Individuals.
People.
I've got one arm free.
All right. Well, I have. Look, I will actually. You know what? Hang on. And I will tie the rope off around my waist like a fucking belt to pull the rock, and
Okay.
then I will pick up two. Actually, I'm pretty fucking strong. What are these? Okay. Sorry, getting into weird questions here, but are these individuals that are alive but not awake heavy?
They're
I know you said there was a couple small ones.
yeah, there are a couple small ones, and they appear to have all been homeless. So
So they're kind of emaciated.
they're kind of
maybe.
emaciated. So most of them are pretty light.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to try to pick up the 3 lightest and let Bonkin, since he's got a free hand, carry the heaviest.
Okay.
Well, that's only fair, right? Because I have both
it
my
is.
hands. So if
Yes,
I
you have
carry
the
3,
boulder. He's got the beholder. Yep.
So I've got like the gnome is slung over one shoulder, the dwarf is slung over the other, and then I'm just kind of like cradling whatever's left in the middle.
If only I could get an image of this. Okay. Perfect. All
I'm
right.
also not overburdened.
Noted.
I'm moving at 30 feet.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm
I'm
not.
kind of like doing this slow run, and the boots of striding and springing, I imagine, are like giving off this audible groan, like when a car is towing too much, just kind of like.
You'll get a text from Zachary that says, "Is that okay?" Because you never answered him. You guys just talked about
Oh shit, I didn't. Yeah, I'll reach up with a free pinky finger and I'll flip the visor down and I'll push the audio button. Yes, yeah, that's great. Please meet us up there. Sorry, I've got a lot of bodies in my individuals, people. They're people too in my hands. Send.
And then you'll get just a text back that says, "Okay, see you in 10." With a thumbs up.
All right, Master Zachary says he'll be here in 10 hours, so we just need to wait upstairs for him to get the
betting
trailer set up.
that's 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, yes, I suppose that actually probably makes more sense. He didn't clarify, I just assumed the trailer
also
process. I don't
means-
know what a trailer is.
We could take multiple trips.
Nope, let's go. And I just keep moving with all 3 and the rock.
I tried.
Actually, Candace, how much would one of these weigh? Because it might actually take me over the limit.
One of the people, if you're carrying the heaviest person, they're like 135 pounds.
Wow.
Definitely over the limit.
I'm gonna take a second with Bunkin. Bunkin, come here.
Yeah.
Bunkin really
Put
big
him on
now.
the rock.
Nope, I'm just gonna. Too late. Bunkin's extra large now.
Oh, enlarged person?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, you take... What the fuck am I holding all these people for if you're going to be the big one? Come here.
You
bonk
said
him.
okay, let's go.
Well, yes, of course, but now... Well, fuck it. All right. Still moving at the same speed. I just go out of the subway.
Okay. Alright.
I'm bitching the whole way, though.
Complaining the whole time.
If I had a key point, I'd make more arms so I could just carry everyone, but I'm out of key points.
Alright. So, while you hooligans are doing all of that, Tempest, prior to Zachary messaging Marcus, he would have driven you as quickly as possible over to that diner. The diner that you told him to go to.
Oh yeah, and I imagine too, like it would have been like Tempest like started like sprinting out of the subway tunnel, and like maybe saw him or not. He just kind of like would wave and just start sprinting away.
Okay.
I
Like
can imagine like
Go ahead.
yeah, Zachary would probably like end up like, what the fuck this guy doing, and like driving up to catch him or something.
Yeah, he would drive up and roll the window down and go, "Need a ride?"
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a much better idea. Yes, I don't want to get all sweaty over there. Yes, thank you.
All right, so he'll stop driving long enough to let you in the car. And I actually picked music out specifically for this.
For the car ride.
For the day.
It's all right.
So as he's driving you to your date, this
Interesting
comes on the
music you're
radio.
listening to, buddy. It's this is what you're into?
Fucking fiddler on the roof?
Oh, I always forget to bring myself to. Hold on. There we go. All right, so he pulls up to the diner and he goes, "All right, well, good luck, bud."
Okay. Yes, thank you. Just so you know, the rest of the group is going to have a lot of stuff. Beholder body, several other bodies, a giant boulder, all that stuff. So, I mean, if
well,
you have anything to...
I bought a trailer after you guys rolled that giant sun into the
Oh, yeah.
car last time, so I'll see if they want me to bring that. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. Good thinking, yeah. Sorry I ended up bringing all kinds of weird shit away from all our things, but
Oh, please.
they're helpful.
Don't be sorry. This is amazing.
Okay. Mind if I leave my shit in the truck, like
No,
my
leave your shit. Get
saxophone?
out. Get out of the car.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm going. Thank you.
He just kind of gives like
Tempest.
a as you're getting out.
Tempest will walk into the place.
Yeah, I got it.
Is this Gale over here?
That would be Gail. You picked her out of the crowd.
Oh boy. So Tempest will just kind of like give the most awkward like nod and hello and hi and wave and come on and sit over here.
Okay, and she's sitting there. She does have her book, and she looks up over it, looks at you, looks back down, then looks at her watch and looks back up at you, closes the book and sets it down. You're early? You're not as late as you were gonna be.
Yeah. Things went faster than I would hope. Not better, but faster than I was expecting.
What exactly were you said something about tentacles? What did
Oh.
But you also said something
Yeah.
about world saving. Are you allowed to talk about it?
I think so. I think it's okay.
Okay.
I don't know how all this stuff goes. I think it's okay to talk about it. I mean, I
you
don't
need
think
to ask
anybody's.
somebody, or are you
I don't-
the leader of the?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, she doesn't laugh. Give me a deception check, please. I like spit all over my screen.
That was almost a 17. Inspiration.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah, go ahead. Hey, that was worth it. All right, hold on a second. So
Start this relationship off right.
yeah, right. Strong foundation. So you blatantly lie to her, and she seems to believe you. She goes, "Oh, yeah. I mean, I figured that was the case. You did all the talking at the hospital, so."
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of a democracy, I suppose you can say. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of I get to make some policy within the group. Is no big deal. Oh, before I forget, I actually got you something, and Tempest will pull out of his I guess inner pocket the quill and the never-ending quill and ink pot for her. So we went to the store earlier today, and I saw this and I thought of you, and I decided this might be something you might enjoy. It's never-ending ink.
She actually, for the first time since you've met her a day ago, you can see on her face. You can see on her face, like true appreciation. Like she breaks that facade that you've seen so far on her, kind of breaks, and she goes, "That was actually incredibly thoughtful. Thank you." And she does slide it toward her and kind of looks it over. And
Yeah, I mean, you're a student, and you probably need to do a lot of writing. I know they have like the fancy computers nowadays, but I personally really enjoy the feeling of real ink and pen on paper. So I thought maybe you would too.
I actually do. This is a really great gift. I feel bad I didn't bring anything for you.
No.
I kind of thought you were gonna blow me off. That's why I brought a book.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I should have called earlier and let you know what was happening. I wasn't exactly sure how the day was gonna pan out, but like I said, so yes, there was a situation that needed to be taken care of before it got out of hand, so it needed to happen this morning.
So you
I'm
said
glad I got here on time.
you said it went well, but not as well as it could have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it went faster than I thought it was going to happen. It could have gone better, for sure, but we all made it up, okay, and everybody's safe now. Hopefully, all my friends should be heading back headquarters soon. So that's what we like to call it now, headquarters.
Headquarters. Okay. And you guys called yourself the Oath Bearers, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's interesting.
We got this really cool badge, and he'll show the badge to her.
Oh, that is actually pretty cool. She's like leaning forward, looking. She's actually very interested. Very interested in what you're talking about, what you're showing her. Her book. She closed it when you walked up, and she's kind of slid it away from her at this point. She's pretty engaged. While you're chatting her up and stuff, it's not unusual, but it's usually only like when you're sleeping or in water. You kind of hear the singing, humming in the background of your mind, but nothing like really distracting. Just you notice that it's there.
Yeah, Tempest will kind of focus on the music for a second, like remembering that he was gonna try talking to his patient beforehand, and like trying to like check the vibes of it. If it's like is there any like brown notes in there or anything.
No brown notes. It's
Okay.
it's fairly neutral. It's not gonna lull you to sleep or anything like that. It's maybe just a reminder that she's there.
Got it.
Oh my god, I should have put a brown note in my notes. So since if you don't mind me asking, what had tentacles that had to be taken care of this morning?
So have you ever heard of an elithid?
Yes. She actually looks like
Yeah.
really excited.
Yeah, some of those guys, and a beholder, I think that's what it was called.
You were so I'm familiar with illithids because of the abyss. I've studied that a bit, and they've been there, but beholder, really?
Yeah, yeah, they were different though. They were like crazed. Marcus thinks that they were being controlled by some kind of demon of some sort. Didn't see any demons there, but they were definitely not acting like at least the other illithids that I've seen.
There are curses. There are curses from the hells that can cause people and things to act crazy.
Do you know what? I feel like I've heard the name, but do you know what kind of curse or what kind of demon would cause such a thing?
It's usually not demons. It's usually devils, but devils are just demons that got accepted into the Cool Kids Club. So.
Okay, so devil then would cause this kind of.
Yeah, usually a fairly powerful devil. Mm-hmm. And Tempest, you'll remember as she's like spouting all this information, she really enjoyed Dr. K's classes because she was very much into the demonology stuff.
Right. So, I mean, in this case, I'm glad to have met you to know that you were so knowledgeable in the ways of demonology and all this. So,
too bad I wasn't more knowledgeable about vampires, I guess. Although we wouldn't be sitting here if I was.
it's true. It's a what do they call that? It's a happy accident, I suppose. I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
Me too.
How are you feeling, by the way?
Well, stupid still, but no really any after effects or anything from the poison. Not that I've noticed. Maybe I'm getting better sleep.
So that's good. I suppose that the poison hasn't caused any significant long-term damage.
Not that I've noticed. School's still out, so maybe if things don't make sense once that starts, I can be concerned, but...
What are you reading there, by the way?
Oh, and she'll hold up her book, and it's actually hold on, let me generate the name of a book because I should have thought of that. It's called The Seventh Layer.
Seventh layer. Is that seventh layer of the hells, I would assume?
Yeah, are you asking her that? Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the seventh layer is where a lot of the violent entities are condemned. It's pretty far down there. Keeps them away from the other ones closer to the top. Nice son.
So, okay, so is weird question. Is that your favorite layer? Do you have a favorite layer? Is that a weird thing to ask? That feels like a weird thing to ask.
It's a little weird, but
Yeah.
it's probably my favorite to study, mostly because I feel like if you can understand the most violent or the most unstable, it gives you a better understanding of those who aren't as violent or unstable. A deviation from the norm is always a little more interesting.
Get plenty of that in our lives, I suppose.
That's true. Where are you? Did you go to school here, or where are you from?
No, I didn't go to school here. I don't even know how to say this without you thinking I'm crazy or laughing at my face.
She kind of taps the front of the book and she's like, here?
No, I'm not from there,
It's
thankfully.
not as crazy as I might guess then.
I suppose from what I've seen in this world, it probably wouldn't be so crazy. All the crazy monsters and vampires that we've seen. So I'm from the past, about 900 years to be exact.
She kind of stupidly like looks at her watch, like that's gonna help her figure anything out. Oh. So how?
Oh no, I'm not like 900 years old. I think I'm like 20 and a half. But my friends and I were torn from our time and brought here to the future. This is the future for me. This is the present for you. This is future for me. It's kind of crazy. People have cell phones and computers and
You guys don't
cars.
have any of that.
No,
That's kind of a culture shock.
a little bit for some, less so for others. But for me, I've been adjusting well enough, I think.
So what are you gonna do? You guys just gonna stay here? Are you able to go back to your time? Or?
Well, we're working. We're working on trying to get. We're working on a way to try to see if it's possible to get back. I don't know. To be honest, I kind of like it here. There's a lot more opportunity for me. There's a lot more interesting people to meet. There's less dirt and disease. I mean, I don't know if you've read the history books, but they're kind of right. It's pretty dirty.
Yeah. Don't you have anybody you'd miss at home? Or anybody who'd miss you?
I don't think so. I have family, but I don't think they'll really miss me.
That's sad.
I've kind of left that part of my life behind me. It's fine.
Well, maybe they would miss you. Maybe they didn't have a chance.
said my goodbye in my own way, I suppose.
Sorry, I'm getting a little deep for a first date.
No. I it's okay. It's okay. I kind of brought it upon the conversation, I suppose, but it's moral of the story is I like it here, and it's fun. So I don't really see wanting to go back, but we do need to get some of my other friends back. At least one of them for sure needs to go back.
Yes, they have somebody that would miss them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I don't know much about time travel, unfortunately. If you were demons who needed to get back to hell, I could probably help. But we wouldn't be sitting here if that was the case. So.
Yeah. Enough. Yeah, we're learning our way through time travel slowly but surely. I think we have what we need, or at least the direction that we need to make this happen. But it's too early to tell if it'll actually happen.
Well, I think it would be very interesting to get to see your time. So if you figure time travel out, let me know. The hells were a lot easier to study and explore during your time than they are now. We've got everything locked down by security and government and everything.
Wait, you can explore the hells?
Well, not now.
Obvious.
But from what I've read, that's how a lot of these books came to be. It was somebody living through their explorations long enough to write something or leave something for someone to understand. But then it got regulated, so apparently it's dangerous.
Yeah, I can definitely see that's the case. I don't know if I remember seeing as many demons and devils as I have before in my time as I do now. Like, is
Well,
it regulated?
How long have you guys been here?
Couple months.
Because I can say, it's only been a few months that it's been as crazy here. Things are kind of normal-ish. Alpha League's here, but I just wonder if maybe some of the craziness, if there was a portal or something that opened up when you guys got brought here. Because I feel like it definitely picked up. We're definitely seeing more crazy reports on social media.
So maybe our time travel had something to do with the demons.
Maybe with everything. And I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying maybe, they're opportunists.
Ooh. If that's true, then wow, I feel terrible.
You should feel terrible if you weren't dealing with it, but you're dealing with it.
Yeah, we're trying to. There's a lot I don't understand about how they work and how they operate. So I feel like knowing somebody like you is really going to help in that case.
She'll kind of smile across the table, and I'm still a student, but I appreciate that.
Well, you know more than me, and you know how to find more information than I do, other than Googling things. And that doesn't often bring back what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, you often get wiki or porn. Depending on what you
that's bad. Yeah. That's bad. I definitely just close those windows immediately.
Oh, me too. It's super uncomfortable when that stuff ushers.
Killed ages.
Go ahead and give me a deception.
What I want to know is she lying? Does she need to make a deception check?
Right?
I may or may not have rolled one. Well, I gotta look at your thing really quick.
But passive
Your
insight is
insight's high.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that maybe she doesn't close all of those windows immediately. You're not sure if it's wiki or porn, but she doesn't close, she doesn't immediately close them, so. And she seems to fully believe you.
Tempest kind of gives a little smile at that kind of thought and files it away somewhere.
Fair enough.
Nice.
So she stays pretty engaged and pleasant throughout the night, throughout the afternoon. It's a lunch date. And really seems to enjoy, like, you can tell she's genuinely enjoying your company. Was there anything specific you wanted to do or say or anything outside of what we already done?
Nothing in particular, I guess. Yeah, just kind of chatter up about, you know, her studies in demonology and kind of, I guess, show her that I'm interested in things that she's interested in, that kind of thing.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to give me a performance check just so we can kind of see how the rest of the date goes?
Oh, fuck you.
Oh no.
Wait, can I borrow
It doesn't
inspiration?
one.
No, I can't. It doesn't help. Fucking hell. And I
Okay.
wasted my inspiration.
Oh, you didn't waste that. That was not a waste. Okay, it's not a big deal. Like I said, she's already pretty engaged. You don't seem to lose her interest or anything throughout the date.
And
At
of
least
course, Tempest will pay for lunch, and and he'll suggest the delicious BLT if she's interested in that kind of thing, and the cheesecake and all that stuff.
So I have justification for your nat 1 there. So while you're enjoying your date with her, you're enjoying your time with her, you still hear that music and kind of playing in the background, and at one point it gets pretty loud. Like she's like, "Hey, I am still here," and you start sweating profusely. So she kind of goes, "Oh, are you all right? Are you good?"
Yeah, sorry. Just guess I get nervous sometimes.
No, that's fine. I understand that. I just was a little worried I did something.
Definitely not. A lot of getting used to things. It's a very loud city sometimes.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Maybe next time we can meet somewhere quieter.
Yeah, absolutely. Great.
So she'd still be talking and stuff. She doesn't, like I said, she doesn't seem like she's not engaged. Maybe she seems a little concerned that she said or did something. And she'll probably go home and try to think through everything that she said that might have upset you. But yeah, so cool. So the date, it goes fairly well. You feel like you feel pretty good about it.
Nice. Yeah, I guess at the end, as we're saying goodbye, Tempest will say it's been lovely hanging out with you. I can't wait to see you again sometime soon, and good luck in your studies when it happens again, and maybe we can do this again very shortly.
Yeah, I hope so. Good luck with the demons.
Hopefully I don't need any more of that, but thank you.
She sort of she like takes sort of like anime style, she holds her book in both arms in front of her and starts to walk once you guys separate.
Oh, actually, do you need a ride home?
She looks around.
I have, I'm sorry, I have I sound a little pretentious. I have a driver.
Oh, you have you have a driver, or like Oath Bearers has a driver?
The Oath Bearers have a driver.
That's less pretentious.
Okay, good. I was afraid how that sounded. I have a driver. I'll just have him pull the car around. No, yeah, he's an amazing driver. He's awesome.
Yeah,
Would you like
that'd be great.
would drive? We can drive you home and
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. okay, great. So yeah, Tempest will text Marcus or sorry, Zachary before you get oh, how long is this? How long has this date been going on? By the
it's
way,
been
is it
like-
like an hour?
Yeah, probably about an hour, like long enough for them to get everything loaded into the vehicle, probably from where they're at.
Oh, right. So they're probably loaded with guts and gore.
Oh, yeah.
He'll text anyway. Zachary, could you maybe drive me and Gail, or well, at least drive Gail back to her apartment?
I just read your
Loaded
guys'
with
shit.
grower.
You'll get a text back that says you guys are ready now.
Yes.
Thumbs up emoji. All right, so everybody in the car. Right as you guys get everything loaded up, it takes a little bit. You guys, so back it up. When Zachary pulls up, he actually does have a trailer on the back, but it's not like a closed trailer. He clearly intended for the dead Beholder and the Rock to be on the trailer, as he's going to cover it up with tarps.
Oh.
But if you start putting the bodies in the back, he's just kind of like, whatever. And he goes with however you guys do it.
No, I would say that because the rock has got to be heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
Since it's a large creature and the beholder's a large creature, so we'd put them on the trailer and let him tarp them.
Okay, perfect.
And then maybe put the bodies in the trunk space and then cover them with the, like the little like
the thing that
foldable
rolls.
piece.
Yeah.
Look, they're fine as long as they can breathe right now. That's all we care about. So we'll just cover them up.
Okay.
Look, we're not trying to make a scene.
Right. Not trying to. So he straps everything down on with ease. It's like, it seems like maybe in a past life or past job at least he did stuff like this all the time. So he gets everything strapped down. It does take a little bit of time. Covers it with tarps. He sort of Tetrises the people in the back of the SUV and tries to make them comfortable, and then pulls the thing over with Marcus's direction. And then as everybody piles into the car, he turns and, no, not beholders and boulders, just things, Kira. So he says, all right, we have a pit stop.
What's he talking about? I just asked you to bring us back to the Temple of Soon so we can drop off Master Aegis and the people.
Well, Tempest's date is over, and he wants to give her a ride home. Should I tell him to just wait, or should we...
Did they get dessert yet?
I think they went for dessert, didn't they? What time is it? Isn't it like 4 in the morning? What day is it? Where are we? Marcus will flip his visor down.
I'm gonna text Tempest too.
Okay, I'll take my headset off. You send your text first.
Oh no. Mine's going to be unless you want all of us and everything to be in the car, take her for a walk. It'll be romantic. Get something sweet to go and go for a walk. We'll hurry, and that'll be what I send.
Okay, go ahead.
Tempest will send a thumbs up, a cake emoji, and a turtle.
Yep, I understood that. Oh no.
Right. Oh no. Okay, Marcus, go ahead. You put your headset back on, and you can send yours.
Okay. I didn't want to step on any toes with how these were going to go. So Marcus immediately flips his visor down and starts texting as well. Tempest, you get a text from him that says, we need to stop by the Temple of Soon because we've got Dwayne, the Beholder, and 4 bodies in this car. So give us 20 minutes and we'll make sure that you've got a clean ride.
Tempest will text back. All good. I'll figure it out. Smiley face emoji, thumbs up, tentacle.
Marcus will flip his visor up. All right, Master Zachary, I think we are going to the Temple of Soon first to drop off Master Aegis and the individuals, and then we will circle back around and pick up Master Tempest and his lady friend. Does that sound acceptable to everybody?
I texted Tempest, told him to take her on a walk, a little romantic like thing to stall a little bit. So.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I told him to give us 20 minutes. So
Oh, that'll work.
Perfect.
It's like you guys have the same mind.
something like that. It's like I read your mind or something. No, I can't read minds. I can only talk. So just to be clear to everybody in
Except for
here,
when you
I
see
cannot
my
read minds.
shadow demons.
Well, that's different. You let me in the back door of your mind.
Zachary looks very concerned at shadow demons.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
that part.
We're on a time crunch.
Zachary, have you not
Nope, we're on a
tried?
time
And
crunch.
I'm gonna
Don't
go
show
into his
him.
mind. I already
Don't
did
show
it. It's in his
What are
fucking
you
head.
starting with?
Marcus says drive, and I'm gonna start with the shadow demon because that's what I told him I was gonna show him.
All right, let me roll something. Hold
But then
on.
I'll really quickly switch it over to the cute elven chick because that's a good note to end it on, right? Isn't that how we?
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. That's not wrong.
That's how we
All
talked
going to
about
get
it.
rings
But
of mind shielding. Every one of us.
You guys told me to end it on a good note.
Marcus, call high or low.
Oh fuck me.
that's what you get.
Gonna total this car before picking up Tempest from his date.
I took the low road, so let's take low.
All right, hold on. Okay. All right. So you say drive, he starts driving. You do the image in his brain. There's a quick boom on the gas, and you guys jolt forward, but he seems to catch himself fairly quickly. So everybody kind of jerks forward, and then you guys can hear the everything. All of the people in the back kind of shift, and then the stuff on the trailer shifts very loudly, but he gains control and he says, Oh, okay.
See, I told you she's gorgeous. Sorry, they told me I need to start with the scary thing first, so I can.
No, that is not what we said.
Oh, is it the other order?
I think it was the other order.
Oh,
Or
shit.
don't just blindside people with the things in my mind.
He said shadow. He questioned it so inquisitively. How could you
To be
not
fair,
give him that?
I did question it.
He's operating heavy machinery, Marcus.
What's heavy machinery?
This thing.
Oh shit! I thought this was an automaton.
Try
I
and
thought
tap
I
into
ran
its
on
mind the
wizards.
way you do men.
Okay, I'm gonna open the telepathic network and try to reach into the computer in the car. Question mark?
Question mark.
Every time I think I have
Question mark?
Damn it, that's good. That's good. Every time that I think I have prepared properly.
Is the car sentient enough to know me? I will happily blow a psi point to attempt it if I need to.
Are we talking
No.
to Siri?
I would say you don't need to.
Hey Google, yes? Oh god, get it out of my head.
So you don't get like the Siri voice or like the GPS voice, like, hello, Marcus. But you sort of, it's almost like an overwhelming whoom of information initially when you tap into the computer. It's like you, like, maps and this and like it's just everything. There's music playing.
So it's not like it's in binary. It's not like
Correct.
Matrix binary shit. It's actual
Like
images
images, yeah, images and sound. You hear
What's
music
happening
playing
in
the car, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Marcus will actually like sit back in his seat real quick, and he'll just take a deep breath. Holy shit, it's alive.
What?
This heavy machinery that you're operating, it's alive.
Yep, most machines are alive in some way, which is why we don't distract people when they're operating with them.
That was my bad. All right, I'll shut up. I'm sorry. And he just kind of goes quiet and slinks down in his chair and kind of like tugs on his seatbelt a little bit. He looks like legitimately
Like-
startled.
What? He like Zachary's still driving, but he. Go ahead, Bonkin.
To be fair, I also thought we said Shadow Demon first. On another note, did
Marcus
Mr.
peeks up
Tempest-
behind the seat. Thank you for having my back, Master Bonkin.
Welcome. Did Mr. Tempest say how his date went?
I didn't ask.
Oh, all right.
Ask. And then later you'll get a message from Bonkin as you're walking going, yo, how did the date go? Or how did the date go, Tempest?
The worst timing.
Thumbs up,
ever.
smiley face.
I think this means good, and it'll kind of like push pull the phone forward.
Well, I mean,
show everyone.
there's a face of somebody smiling there. I'd have to assume that's good.
Miss Kira, you understand these things. Can you translate?
Yeah, let me see. Yep, so thumbs up, smiley face, definitely went really well. However, he only said thumbs up, smiley face, so we don't have that much longer than 20 minutes to be able to get back and rescue him. He sent me a turtle, which means he's getting vaguely concerned about how long he'll be able to stall. So we'll be fine.
He sent me a tentacle.
Tentacle or a purplish plant?
Marcus zooms in on his visor.
Oh god.
That's a tentacle. Wait, is it an eggplant or is it a tentacle? I think
It's definitely a tentacle.
Okay. Marcus looks back and he goes, I had to zoom in, but it's definitely a tentacle from like a large octopus or squid of some sort.
Oh no, he's telling her stories about what happened today. We might want to hurry this up.
Maybe
She
she's
does.
into it. I
Lovely.
don't
I
know.
mean, you're really actually pretty astute with these ideas.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy.
Not terribly out of whack.
You can take an inspiration for that, Kira, if you don't have one. That was pretty good. I know you all weren't messaging each other. So Tempest, how do you cover with? Just out of curiosity, how do you cover with her at the diner?
So Tempest will, he'll have texted Zachary, and then like probably shortly after he'll get the text from Kira and Marcus, and you know what? On second thought,
Actually,
do you live? Is it weird to ask if you live nearby? Would you care to go for a walk? It's a nice night, afternoon. It's 1:00, isn't it?
I'm not too far. I'm not too far away. I live near campus, so.
I mean, would you mind walking? We can grab some coffee. We can grab a coffee, and we can walk together for a ways. And then,
It's not too bad.
long story short,
She's a college student.
my driver can't meet us right now. He can soon, but I figured it's also a nice day for a walk. Is it
No,
actually a nice
yeah.
day, or is it gross outside?
It's not gross. I mean, it is January, so it's chilly. But she's wearing a jacket and everything. She'll it's a pea coat actually, but she'll kind of she says, well, no, it's fine. Your driver's probably very busy. We can walk. That's fine.
Great. Okay. Yeah. Let's go for a walk. And then Tempest will grab some coffee before leaving. Some to go for himself, and then ask, would you like a coffee? Do you want tea or something warm on the way? Hot chocolate?
Oh, actually, yeah, coffee would be great.
So Tempest will get 2 coffees.
Okay.
Extra sugar in his.
Okay, it's just the sugar and cream. So it's a silver each. They're not terribly
Yeah. And how much would I have spent for the whole meal?
for the whole
itself?
meal. Well, she did actually eat pretty light. So I guess it kind of depends on what you would have ordered, but.
Yeah, he would have gotten the same, like the BLT and like the cheesecake and the.
Okay, yeah. So it's 1.2 gold. It's a gold and 2 silver for the whole meal, and then an additional 2 silver for the coffees.
Then I'll add another 5 silver for tip, I suppose.
Okay, yeah, and it's actually the same woman that served you guys the last time, or the first time you were in here with. Actually, I think she was the same one the last time too. When you're here with Dr. K, it's the same server. So.
And what was her name again?
Hold on,
Did you
actually.
have a name for her?
I do. Let me just look at the sheet really fast.
Actually, could I roll a dice to see if I remember?
Sure, go ahead. That's fine.
Would it be wisdom or intelligence?
Intelligence or history.
Oh, history. Okay. Hey.
A nat 20. I would say that you definitely do. So, when you guys were in there before, her name tag says Lora, Laura, and you would remember that from when you guys have seen her in the past.
And yeah, Tempest will all the pleasantries. Thanks, Laura. How's the family? Awesome to see you again. Your food's delicious. Coffee's
Uh,
fantastic.
she'd be kind of like, at first it would be like, who's talking to me, and turn around and see you, and you do kind of stand out. I mean, you don't see too many Air Genasi walking around. So she's they're good, thank you. I'm glad to see you here again. She kind of
I tell everybody about this place, so this is I love this spot.
I can tell. Well, keep coming back. We really do appreciate it. Okay, so so she'll walk with you happily. It's not too far. It is on campus, so it's a little bit of a walk, but she's a college student. She's used to it, and she seems to be enjoying the coffee. She's got her book under one arm and the coffee on the other, and she's kind of walking next to you. She points out stuff here and there. She's just like, "Oh, that's a really great bookstore, and if you want the second best coffee in town, you'll go to this place," and kind of making jokes and stuff like that. All right, so you guys are going to the Temple of Soon, right? All right, so Zachary drives you guys there. Are you going to I'm assuming the one at Alpha League, Aegis?
Just because I've probably been there the most, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys get there, and they welcome you the same way. Marcus, I think Bonkin was there last time too. Kira was there too. Was it just Tempest that wasn't there last time?
You're talking about the Temple of
Think so.
Soon?
Yeah.
Marcus wasn't in the Temple.
You
of
weren't
Soon.
there. Okay, so
Marcus doesn't do religious shit.
So when you guys arrive, as soon as
And Marcus will not go in.
he won't go in, so you'll see him get greeted.
I don't think I went in last time either. So I
Okay.
probably waited with Marcus and will do so this time as
Okay,
well.
so you guys are gonna chill in the car. So Bonkin, are you going in? I'm assuming you're gonna help bring
Yeah,
the people.
Bonkin will help bring people in and
Yeah, little
Okay.
halfling boy does need help with carrying bodies.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's right. Well, we paid Zachary and Bonkin.
I was gonna say, yeah, Zachary would certainly help too. He would pull up to sort of like, you guys have never seen him pull up to this spot before, but you've seen vehicles there before. There's a quick entrance door, it looks like, straight in that you have to have a key card to get into. So he'll pull up to that, and he'll look at you, Marcus, and he'll pat the dashboard and say, "Protect my baby," and then he'll get out and start.
Marcus is going to in a very paranoid manner begin to glance back and forth at the console, just kind of like opening the mind ever so slightly to listen to what this thing has to say when Zachary's not around it, kind of like when Kira's not around Min.
You hear "Bring Back That Lovin' Feelin'" playing in your head.
Time to shut the network down.
But he will get out and he'll help bring the bodies in. Nobody really seems terribly alarmed. But Zachary will turn to you, Aegis, and he'll say, hospital wing?
Where would you like these people? And I go ahead and just ask one of the first people that kind of like waved after they realized I was here.
So they will look over the situation and say, dying or dead?
They're just unconscious right now, but they'll need a greater restoration, possibly.
Oh, definitely to the temple.
I have the ability to cast it once, but I don't have the diamond dust for it.
Understood. Yes, try the temple. They should be able to assist.
Thank you. To the temple. And he just goes bolting off like a mad lad.
Okay.
Love it.
I fucking love the term "mad lad." That's canon.
Okay, I thought that's what you said.
Okay, yeah. So as you walk in, Bonkin, it's the same as the last time that you guys were here. They welcome him with open arms. They're very excited to see him, and like pats on the back. That same dwarven priest approaches immediately and pats you on the back and is like, "How's it going, Aegis? I see you brought us followers."
As far as we can tell, homeless people that became thralls.
Thrall
Yeah,
to what?
Elephant.
What's it called? The big squiggly, the big like round thing with many eyeballs and
Elephant.
like eyes.
Oh,
I thought it was something else. I thought the elephants were the squid people.
hold on. Let me see if this guy would know. Mm-hmm. Okay, so could you mean? And he lowers his voice. A beholder?
Did I hear
Not
that?
quite, but we did fight one of them. Aye.
Oh. Okay. So what do they need?
Well, do you have diamond dust? Because we're gonna need people with greater restorations. I can do one of them, but I can only do one today.
Understood. Certainly we can help with that. Is the Beholder and the Illithids, are they nearby? He kind of seems like on a high alert.
They are taken care of. We made sure to deal with that before we came here.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's here, we'll bring them in the back. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to see if I can get my thing. But he
When
leads.
they-
Oh, go ahead.
When he kind of like turns around to walk away, Bonkin will kind of like crouch down and go, "Oh, I probably should tell him that we have to bolt in the car, should I?" You know, like whisper that.
What did you say?
I probably should tell them we have to bolt in the car, should
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me see if anybody heard you. Hold on a second. I didn't roll below a 17. um, so you have 3 people kind of turn towards you, Bonkin, when you whisper that. And Aegis, your dwarven buddy, looks at you and he says, "Are you collecting them, or?"
Collecting what?
It's
Bonkin starts sweating.
Aegis will just kind of shake his head. Trust me, it's a long story you don't want to know about. It involves a scientist.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's in your hands, Aegis, I'm sure it's fine. So he'll lead you to the back, Bonkin, and Zachary as well. Zachary, he's there. He's like he's not interacting with people, but you can tell that he wasn't there often. Like he didn't deal with the temple very often, so he's just kind of following your lead. And let's see, I was trying to get you a little map of like the back room, but it's giving me trouble for some reason. But he'll have you lay them down. He'll help with laying them down, and a few other priests will come in, and they'll say, "We have 2 people who can do this, and we have enough materials for all 3. We do have to charge a little bit, but I believe we owe you one."
Aye, but I know this is quite a big ask. So I do come offering, should there be a place. And he will go ahead and pull out one of the diamonds that he has.
Oh, well, okay, I think that's fair. We'll just trade a diamond for the dust. Does that work for you?
That's fair with me.
Excellent. So they'll.
If needed, I'll pay for one too.
Pay for anything too.
Oh, I think the trade is fair. We're here to do Suna's work, especially if Aegis is requesting. So they move. They kind of do. It's sort of like a check over. They use regular. You can tell Aegis that they're using regular religious sort of checks and magic, but they also have technology they're using along with it. So they've got. It's almost like a wand that is scanning the whole body. Sort of Star Trek style, very futuristic. But so they scan the bodies. What was that?
I was gonna ask, is it like from the scene from Thor: The Dark World when they're checking over her after the ether?
Yeah, yeah, and it is. It's you've seen them using technology. It's not as common, but it's definitely not like the other places you've been, like dealing with the Shadar-kai and stuff where there's no technology. They're kind of intermingled with both. So after a couple minutes of checking them over, kind of figuring out what's going on, you'll be offered a pouch, and inside of the pouch is very obviously diamond dust. It's very, very fine. When you open it, it a little bit kind of poofs out initially because of how fine it is. It's very, very powdery. So they'll hand you one, and then 2 others will each take a pouch, and they'll start their focus in using the dust and putting it over their head, and then kind of moving down all the way down their whole body until they have coated the body in dust.
Yep, I will be following right along with their movements, as this is the first time Aegis has cast a spell.
Yeah, so he's kind of learning it as he goes. I love it. So you can hear their incantation. I'm assuming that you'll copy it verbatim pretty much, and their motions and everything. And once it successfully has been cast, the dust, the fine powder really that has been laid on all of the bodies sort of glows with a rose gold hue, and then gets absorbed by each of the bodies. And very clear breath is with all of them. They all go, and then their breathing is sort of normal, and they're sort of just laying there. They don't seem dead or anything, but maybe exhausted.
Yeah, exhausted and body trying to figure out what the fuck just happened because one of their stats is now back to normal.
Right. Well, once again, you've done her work, Aegis.
With your help.
And once again, hospitable as ever. And the dwarf kind of laughs loudly and slaps you on the back.
I try to be. You know, it's how Mom and Pa raised me. So, keep it for them even though they're, what was it now, like 927 years back, I think it is.
Yeah, it's 927 years, yeah.
Something like that.
That's right. Well, if you need anything, don't be a stranger. We can take care of them from here. They look a little worse for wear anyway. We'll get them fed, we'll get them clothed. Maybe we can even find some work for them. You did the right thing.
That would be amazing if you could do that.
Absolutely. If you think of any work you might need them to do, let us know.
They'll kind of laugh and it's like, I wouldn't want to put them in any danger, but if I do think of something, I'll let you know.
Sounds good, Aegis. Do you need anything else from us while you're here?
No, I think that's it. We might have a stop or 2 more to make real quick. One of our people is actually out on a date right now, so we're having to go pick him up too.
Out on a date, huh?
Yeah, apparently you said it's doing very well. But Miss Kira said more and I forgot about half of it.
Oh shit, that's right. Oop, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to swear. We have to go. As he remembers that we have like 20 minutes at most.
Yeah, so when you say shit, there are like the 2 younger ones. One is a human and one is a gnome. They're both male. They both kind of like their heads like look over and they look shocked. But the dwarf, he's not phased at all. He looks a little surprised that it came from you, but he actually looks a little entertained. Well, all right. Don't keep your friend on his date waiting.
No, again, I very much appreciate this, but we do need to get going. I'll make sure next time I'm sticking around a little longer.
Yeah, definitely. Don't be a stranger. We've always got room for you here, Aegis. Always.
Next time I got some free time, you know I'll be here.
And you get a little like elbow in the side, and he goes, "Even if you're not Alpha League, huh?"
Even if I'm not Alpha League.
Oh, right, that reminds me. And Bonk is gonna take out a business card.
Okay.
If you need help from us or anything, you should call this.
He smiles at you, almost like you would smile at like a child, because you're in Alpha League's headquarters. But he takes the card and he says, "Thank you very much. What was your name again?"
It's Bonk. It's nice to meet you.
Bonkin. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you very much. If we need anything, we will definitely call you.
I want to say one more thing, but I want to get a name before I say it. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Never mind, I can't remember the name.
What were you trying to think of?
I was trying to figure. Bonkin made a friend in Alpha League. The repairman, and he
Oh, it was.
completely forgot his name because I thought I wrote it down, but apparently I didn't.
Yeah, you
I
wouldn't
wrote
have.
down Chandelf the Oak instead.
Hold on, it's I can help you. Hold on a second. That guy,
Yeah, him.
Henry.
Henry.
Oh,
Henry.
Henry.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, write it down right next to Chandoff, please. I get another drink really fast.
Anyway, as he walks out, he'll kind of just say,
If you see Henry around, please tell him I say hi and I hope he's doing well.
Oh no, these are still. I know. I saved you a Starburst one. You should try it. It tastes like Starburst. Oh, that's true. You're not. What did you say? It's Pumpkin, I didn't hear.
"Oh yeah, sorry." I said as we're walking out, Bonk will kind of turn back and go,
If you see Henry around, please say that I hope he's doing well.
Oh, sure, no problem. Do you want me to give him one of your cards?
"Sure," and he'll give like another card out.
Okay.
Tell him if he ever needs help from me or anyone, just give me a call over there with that.
Absolutely, no problem. Aegis, can't wait to see you again.
Likewise.
I don't know. Did I ever give you his name, Aegis?
I don't remember.
It's Lorkran White Axe. Lorkran White Axe. He's the head priest.
Okay. I feel like I at least got the first name because that sounds familiar, but I did not remember White Axe at all.
That's fine. I may not have said it before, so that's totally fine. You spent enough time. You spent like 4 weeks with these people, so you should know his name by now. All right. So, for the sake of brevity, you guys get back out to the vehicle. Zachary, once he dropped the people off, he didn't stick around, so he would have been out there waiting. And then when you get into the vehicle, he kind of turns to Marcus and says, "Okay, where to now?"
Marcus sits up suddenly because he was kind of slumped back in the chair and goes, "Are
Are you okay?
Yes, of course I'm all right. Thank you."
Kira gives
Side-eye
a
to
look.
Kira.
Yep. Kira gives a look that's like, it's been a day kind of expression.
Yeah. Marcus will flip the visor down and he's going to send a text message to Tempest that says, Can you please send me your location? We are ready to pick you and your friend up.
Actually, how far is Tempest now from headquarters? Is it a hall or is it walkable?
From Oathbearer's headquarters?
Yeah.
It's
at campus.
yeah, she's at
Right.
campus. I mean, it's like walking back doesn't sound terribly appealing, because it is a little bit farther, but
Right.
it's not like you can't do it.
Okay, so yeah, Tempest will give coordinates of like a few blocks from where he is.
Okay, Marcus.
He kind of wants to like walk with his own thoughts for a little bit and then catch up later. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Marcus will read out the coordinates very mechanically actually, you know what? I'm gonna try something.
I know what you're
weird.
doing.
I'm gonna try something weird.
Do it.
I'm going to intentionally try to burn some of my psychic energy and reach into the car's GPS and plug the coordinates in myself.
Okay. Just one point.
1 point. Okay.
Yeah, because you've already successfully connected with it, whether you like it or not.
No, I did not like it, but now that I'm in, I better fucking. So yeah, Marcus will just like look over at the. He'll flip his visor up. He'll look over at the dash, and the eyes will glow pink for a minute, and then I'll just punch in the coordinates, and I'm gonna just look at Zachary and just go there.
Okay, and so the screen on the console will light up, and it'll be like you were already using the GPS, and it'll say turn left, and he's like, okay.
Turn left.
Okay, he turns left. He follows the GPS as it instructs him. You successfully were able to plug the coordinates into the GPS.
So yeah, like each time that it gives him a new direction, Marcus doesn't say it aggressively. He whispers it under his breath. So it's like, at the roundabout, take the second left. And Marcus is like, at the roundabout, take a second left.
Okay. Yeah, rough day.
On the way, Bonkin will be like in the back, telling everyone about like the new spell Aegis cast, and it looked really fancy and shiny and pink and like rose gold.
Oh yeah, from inside. Yeah, so that's awesome. Yeah.
I have no idea what he did, but he did like he poured the dust over, and then like he did this fancy word thing. I didn't understand any of it, and then it glowed and turned rose gold.
Marcus will peek back, and he'll just like look over the center seat, and he's gonna go, turn left at the stoplight. Did you say dust? What kind of dust?
I think they said it was diamond dust.
Marcus will look at Aegis. Are we in need of diamond dust? Oh shit, he's not here.
I was
Sorry,
gonna say,
I
I
just
feel
realized
like-
I was looking at a fucking symbol. I was
Aegis
staring
would
at
say-
the symbol for a second.
Aegis would say, I.
Okay. And Marcus
Turn
turns
left.
around and slinks back. And as Marcus turns back around, left, slight left at the light.
I can add diamond dust to the list. I have to put in an order as she's like tapping like furiously on her phone at the moment. She's got the crystal like nestled like in her lap at the moment. Her arms are around it and she's typing on her phone, so she's like hugging this thing. It doesn't look up as she says she can add it to the
Mr. Marcus, if you want, you can sleep in the car, and then we can wake you up when we get there.
Marcus just says out loud from the front seat, how long is this trip going to take?
Yeah.
But a nice nap sometimes really helps.
I don't think I can sleep right now, even if I wanted to.
It's not too much after that you guys pull up, and you can see Tempest walking toward, like, where he told you to meet him. He's just about at that point.
Wait, is he alone, or is he with his date?
He's alone, right? That was your intent? Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell he's kind of like lost in his thoughts. He probably doesn't stop right away. Like, I don't know, like if you guys are like pulling up behind him or like in front of him, he probably wouldn't notice either way for like a moment or two.
Yeah, and Marcus will reach into his mind. You just kind of like hear the static kind of turn on. You'll hear Marcus's voice say, we're behind you.
Oh. Yeah. Tempest will enter the car. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm really glad that I walked her. This car smells awful right now.
Marcus peeks up over the seats. I was going to ride in the trailer to give you to the front seat.
Oh,
And then he slinks back down and disappears.
There's something wrong with Mr. Marcus right now. I think he really needs to go home.
I mean, yeah, I get it, man. I was in the subway. I saw things.
yeah. I mean, he's still covered in even his own blood at this point because you're the only one that got prestidigitized. So.
And you guys have not seen Marcus bleed up until this point, and he bled bad.
Blanco
So-
probably has like beholder ooze on his hand.
And in his fur.
Well, thanks for picking me up. I think the date went. I think it went well. I didn't bomb, at least. Like, obviously, I didn't bomb, but went well. I think.
Well, that's good.
That's good. Your emojis confused me for a bit. I had to ask Miss Kira, and she went on like a whole tangent.
I'd assumed you'd smacked her in the head with a tentacle.
I did too, to be honest.
It wasn't a tangent. I explained what the pictures you sent meant, and she air quotes around pictures.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty clear.
That was pretty
Yeah,
clear.
perfectly.
Needed, well, I needed to take a little bit of time. That was a turtle, and I was, the tentacle was, it was talking about our day. How
Candace, my
tentacles were
intention
involved.
will be to when I because I will strap the rope back up, by the way, and I'm gonna bring the boulder, Mr. Johansson, right here, Dwayne.
Okay.
I'm just gonna set him down next to the couch, at least for now.
Okay.
Unless Tempest takes control of him but I think, oh shit, the time's probably about up, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was an hour.
Fuck it,
Well,
I'll pick up, I'll carry him.
since we had a long rest, that sounded bad. We did not have a long rest. We had a long rest. I will reactivate the animating performance. And reanimate Dwayne again.
I'll untie him then and
Okay.
let him take control of him. As long as he's here, that's all Marcus cares about. He's one of us now.
One of us.
I'll recollect my various ropes that were attached to people, rocks, etc., etc.
Okay.
And I mean, we don't have to keep him in the apartment. He is a literal pile of boulders.
We can put him right outside the front door and
Yeah.
maybe put a small plaque on him so that people know how to address him.
Wait.
Maybe we can carve him out to make him look cool.
Oh, Master Aegis, I'm sorry. Were you saying something?
I was just thinking about it. You said this thing was a pile of boulders?
Yeah, it was just the boulders from the cave-in from the subway tunnel.
So when it's not animated, can we make it into a little rock
Sorry,
bed
guys.
or something out front?
I'm still not.
That's actually a really good idea, Master
Yeah.
Aegis.
I'll be on it.
Oh.
He's happy. He's ready to go. He's ready to make a rock bed.
Do you need help with that?
If you
Pizza oven, rose.
if you wouldn't mind helping.
Sure. Let me just drop a dish off, and he's gonna point towards like the beholder that's in a cape.
If you
cloak.
want to put that in one of the bathrooms in the tub until I can take care of that.
No.
I'm just gonna put it in your room.
Put it in her room in the second
Put it
spot,
in her
please.
room.
Thank
Not
you.
the tub at the top of the stairs, please, especially.
I don't have a tarp or
It's
I'll
fine.
make
Lay
that
it
work.
out. Lay it out. Look, Master Zachary, can we borrow one of your tops, please?
Yeah, no problem. And he'll run
Look
back
at
out.
that.
and
Just
grab-
like the step stool.
Yeah,
Perfect.
run out and
That'll
grab
work.
the tarp.
Now give me my fucking cape, because now this needs to be cleaned
Oh,
terribly.
that needs to be. Aegis, can you?
Bam.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, is that lemongrass? How did you do that?
Pairs well with the sulfur.
It does. Swirls it back around very flamboyantly now
So-
that he's out of the car.
If the beholder can go up to my room, you said there
I
was
love
a
it.
bunch of things that needed identifying. I should probably take this up to my room too. I'll have it by me wherever we're identifying things. I don't want to put it down yet.
We'll be in the kitchen. Master Aegis, I found some berries.
What kind?
Not sure, you tell me. And Marcus starts to like bolt for the kitchen. Also, since we're here, Marcus is going to he's going to open the network canvas to Sundamar, and he's going to say, "Professor, would you like to come downstairs for a snack? I have many things to feed you."
Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, you'll feel the
What do you mean
connection.
it's so weird? You told me he eats dreams and nightmares. Like, what did I just go through?
I
He
know,
can
I
eat
love it.
everything.
A lot
It's a
of bad
fucking
thoughts
buffet.
to eat.
It is great. It's great. It's just
But it is disgusting.
it's weird. Yeah, so you would feel that connection for sure. Yeah.
All right. So Marcus and Sundamar
boy.
chilling.
Yeah, when he comes in, when he walks into the room, that he'll speak to you. He'll speak back and say, he'll say, "What did you find?"
Oh, take a look at this. And I'll start just feeding him images of the Nothic, the fucking Dwergar, the Illithids in their crazed state, and the Beholder in its crazed state, the Thralls in their weird little pseudo-crazed state, and then I will show him like lots of pictures and the power of the Ethereum crystal. And just let him eat what he wants. Take it.
Oh yeah, he takes all of it. I mean, aside from being what he is, he was a historian at one point. So, when you show him the Illithids, he'll say, the rogue pod. Did you defeat them?"
Marcus will say, "Well, I believe we took out what we needed to. However, when I was down there, I had a connection, Professor Sundamar, to the Elder Brain, and I was able to, through strange arcane and psychic connection, perform something that is referred to, at least by the Elder Brain, as sacrificial repose. Are you familiar with this? As a historian, I figured you would be the one to ask."
Yeah, so he, when you say that, he says, "Yes, very rare, very old."
It made me very tired. I performed the ritual. We all benefited from it, but I sacrificed some of my strength in order to make it happen. It was necessary, as the beholder that we encountered was very powerful.
You can do it more than once, or no?
I feel as if I would need to sleep. Although, Marcus thinks about the day of the week and he goes, I feel as if the ability to do so will come back to my mind soon, within the next few days. But after that, may be a fortnight before I can do it again.
Can become more powerful.
Well, that's daunting. In what way?
Can do it more often, but with more risk.
Don't like that.
Don't study then.
Well, all right. Understood. And I shut off the telekinetic communication.
Okay.
And I start pulling shit out of the backpack and setting it on the counter.
Okay.
It would be about that moment. He just comes running in and like, hello, Marcus. You said
What's-
berries?
Oh, yes, Master Aegis. Okay, so here you are. Oh, actually, I found this as well. Actually, I did not find this. Master Bonkin found this, and he pulls out, he slides a pouch of berries and a pouch of spices across to Aegis. And since we're beginning this process, I'm going to start selecting things here. So he just kind of pushes it towards you expectingly.
Sorry, I didn't know if you were saying anything after that. I was waiting.
No, he stopped. He stopped. He literally pushed it towards you and just kind of like
Yeah,
looked
he
at you
just
like,
would
"What do we got, bud?"
Very quickly, first thing, he's like, and we're just gonna see what all we have.
So I gave him the pouch of berries and the pouch of spices.
Okay. So the pouch of spices, as soon as you open that, Aegis, you're like, oh, I know exactly what this is. It's stuff that it's typical spices, typical ones that you would use. They smell fresh enough to use, and they don't smell funky. So you're not really hesitant to use them.
Next question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like fresh garden style herb that I would still have to chop, or is this like already the pre-cut and it's just going to be all mixed up when I use it?
It's the pre-cut and already it's going to be mixed up when you try to use it. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's you feel like you could use it probably 5 or 6 times before it would run out. And
Save
then
a couple charges on the satchel every now and again.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now for the berries that are in there, if you want to give me a nature check.
I swear on everything, if I roll this nature check and it's a pouch of
Oh, that would be
if
dark.
it's a pouch of berries.
Oh, eye berries. I thought you said pouch of eyes. I was like, oh god.
A pouch of eyes would be really fucked up.
It would make sense from where
Pouch
you
of
just
eyes
came
is
from.
in my room.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's right. That's Kira's shit. How did this get in the fucking bag? Kira's like, have you guys seen my pouch of eyes? Oh god. You know, I'm actually really good in nature. Can I help him if he's asking for help or if he's looking for help? If he's doing it solo, I'll leave it alone.
Aegis would just be looking at this solo
Yep.
because
Okay, I'll leave
he's
it
a
alone.
chef type.
Yes.
He should at least have an understanding of this.
As he's doing this, as he's looking at it, Kira, from where she's standing, is just gonna kind of like, purely thematic description at this point. She's just kind of gonna gesture, and Marcus might notice the shadows like underneath the pouch kind of twist a little bit, so the berries catch the light just a little bit. Flash of genius, taking that up to a 16.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Very
settle
nice.
down. I fucking love Flash of Genius, by the way. What a good ability.
I do too, honestly.
That's so beautiful.
I am out of them because I used them to not die earlier, but I think
Fair.
identifying the potentially poisonous berries is a good use.
That was a good
You saved
description
Marcus
too.
so thank you
Yeah,
for that.
yeah, and that was a good descriptor too. I do appreciate that. So as you guys
The
are
funny
looking
thing
at it,
is,
go ahead.
it's not even that like I rolled bad or anything.
No,
That
you
was a
didn't.
12 on the die.
Yeah, that was a really good roll. Yeah.
But now it's a 16, so even better.
Yeah, it's even better.
So you look over the bag itself, and you're kind of just like you're looking inside it, around it. You actually notice that it's kind of the way that it's created is kind of weird. It's got brown stitches that kind of wrap from the bottom all the way to the top, where the bag would seal, and then when you get to the top, the brown comes out almost like yarn, and you can pull it shut. It's a deep green bag. So as you're looking over the berries, you're like, okay, I don't know what the hell kind of berries these are. They're not like anything that you're terribly familiar with, but you're in a new place. Do you want to try to give me an Arcana check? And give me an Arcana check.
So just to be clear, these are not naturally grown berries then?
It does not appear
With
that
the-
they
with the
are.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's fucking wild. Oh,
Nice.
goddamn!
Nice Arcana
Sorcerer for the win.
So Aegis, while you're
Now-
thinking, go ahead.
I want to ask something
Okay.
specifically because of how an ability is worded.
Uh-huh.
Would this be considered a failure to potentially getting more info on it?
Would an 18 be considered a failure, or me having you roll the Arcana?
Yeah. Like in terms of being able to get more information. And I say that because of the fact of like what is it here? Favored by the gods. So if I fail a skill check, I
see
can
what you're
roll
asking.
and add 2d4.
You, let's see. Yeah, it would be considered a failure for you to get every bit of information. I guess it depends on just how much you're trying to get. If you're trying to get every bit of information, then I would say
He would be
So no,
in-
it's not. It's not an ability check. Favored by the gods is if you fail a saving throw or miss with an attack roll. That is the only two things it impacts.
Oh, it's
Saving
it is,
throw,
it is
yeah.
not. It is not.
Oh,
an
it's not
ability
ability.
check.
Okay, yeah,
Nope.
that's my bad then. Yeah,
that's
so
fine though.
18.
And 18 is still good.
However, if you have guidance, I believe Candace uses the
Mhm.
rule of reaction, so you could flash the guidance on yourself. I don't. Have
I do
guidance.
not have a guidance.
Fuck.
That's okay. It's all right. Excuse me.
It
So
is
with
the one like cleric thing that I did not grab.
Yet.
So I do something similar to what Xavier does with lore, which is I put it in tiers. So you wouldn't, that's why I was saying it's kind of a failure, but it's not. So you wouldn't be able to get all of the information as you would have if you could roll another d4 or whatever. But what you're able to get from this though is you're smelling them. You know for sure it's not poison. With the 16 nature, you're like, these are definitely not poisonous berries. You reach in, you smell it, you kind of look around at the group. Would Aegis try to eat it?
Not without outright knowing
Perfect.
at least what one he would be eating.
Okay, so you know it's not poisonous, but you know it's nothing you've that you have cooked with before, that you have planted before, and with an 18 Arcana, you almost feel like there's almost like a magical sheen to it that you can see as you're looking it over. You feel like you almost see like it's like a pulse almost of green and green and amber light that sort of go over them.
Well, this is interesting.
Hi, I'm here.
Kira, we may want you to just go ahead and identify these two.
Oh, yeah. Add him to the pile. This is probably gonna take a little bit, right?
I figured as much.
Okay. If we're gonna be doing all the identification, Marcus, you're probably gonna want to take a seat. This is going to take a while.
Marcus has been sitting down for the last 4 minutes,
Okay.
so
I missed that he was sitting. I was assuming he was standing.
no, he's very comfy.
Okay.
And Sundamara is sitting on his lap. He's
Okay.
also very comfy. Just in
Do we
case
want
anyone's
to
curious.
do we want to start with that then, or?
Yeah. So I'm sorry. What were the details we had on these berries, Master Aegis? Anything special about them or no?
Well, I can at least tell they're not natural.
Are they
They've definitely
magical?
they definitely have a magical sheen over them. I don't know what the effects of it would be 100%, but until I know that, I'm not exactly gonna try tasting them.
Oh no, I won't taste them either. But would you mind if I at least took a look at one? Maybe I might be able to help with it.
Go right ahead.
I'll just take a berry and kind of fuck with it and try to look into its arcane nature.
Okay, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
At disadvantage because I'm still exhausted.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, this is gonna be terrible. So let's roll. A 12. Yeah, not great.
Okay, the 12. So you're looking at it. Since you're specifically looking for like the arcane identifying things, you do see kind of a similar sheen. Aegis had seen, which was the green and amber, but the one that you see is green, and as you're kind of like spinning it and turning it, it looks like green and gold.
Well, it looks like the amber has transmuted to gold in my own vision, but I'm extremely tired. We need to have this professionally identified, and he'll push the berry back over to Aegis. There are definitely some magic component to that.
I can start with that though. Marcus, how many items do we have that are going to need evaluating?
There's a shitload.
Okay. If we want to do this,
Marcus begins unloading things out of the bag.
Yep.
He's doing it one at a time to not overwhelm anybody.
yep. So, realistically, the best way to do this is to set up a ritual circle and just begin going through it. It will take quite a bit of time.
Excellent.
But
Should we
That
set
is-
something up in the living room back here, or
yeah, that would
That's a good
probably
idea.
make sense. There's, if I remember correctly, there's a carpet that happens to be pretty much the exact size of the ritual circle anyway,
yeah.
Excellent.
conveniently.
Marcus will start to get up and move with Sundamar on his shoulder.
And Kira has not set down the Ethereum crystal yet, and she's moving. Not quickly. She's still doing the like, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it.
Kira, set that down on the counter here. It'll be easier.
I wanna know what it does. Well, I mean, I know some of what it does. I wanna know more of what it does.
Want me to carry it
Fair.
there,
No.
then?
That'd be
No,
a good one to
I got it.
identify.
I got it.
I mean, yeah, don't we want to keep that just somewhere safe? Like,
You,
I mean,
you
yes.
you cannot perform a ritual and carry that thing at the
No,
same
I'm
time.
going to-
At least let Master Bonkin hold on to it while you perform your rituals.
I'm
You
going
want
to
me to
do
levitate
the
it? I can
ritual
levitate
on
it.
that. I can do the ritual on it. It'll be fine.
Oh, Tempest, you can levitate it?
Nope, don't do. I don't know how the magic will react to it.
How do you know if you fuck this up, Kira? We are all potentially in a lot of trouble.
You're not even in the room, but you can hear the,
He's shouting,
the indignation.
The
Like-
indignation in Elven.
I can hear the indignation in silence.
I'm sorry you had to hear that, Lounging Larry.
It is a silent, italicized indignation.
You made me cackle.
Okay,
Marcus sits on the rug and begins putting things in the circle. He's
Yep.
just trusting
Okay.
the magic people can do this.
Okay,
Wait,
let's.
how do we actually get in that room?
I have not figured that. I think we go up one set of stairs and come down another.
Which room? Which room are you questioning?
We're
The
going
living
into
room.
this room right here. But there's a door to the outside and no other entrances. I've been questioning this since we've moved into this
This
place.
could be.
Oh.
Maybe.
That's a secret door behind a bookshelf, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. This
Obviously.
is now our magical ritual room because it
Alright,
has
cool.
secret entrance.
It's also
On the
our
first
front
floor.
door.
It is our front. Well, it's one of our
Oh.
front doors.
You know what? Since there's a piano here, you need to hit a certain key, and then it'll
Yes.
open.
Oh.
I love it.
Yes,
Okay, so
and
I'm-
just outside of this door, by the way, is Dwayne Johansson, which means that that's our false rock garden, which blocks the entrance to the inside. Fucking bingo, baby.
All part of the plan.
All right,
There we go. I set down the crystal there.
Marcus eyes the crystal being set down to make sure it's not going to fucking detonate.
All right. Hold on one second. It's not gonna detonate. Just so we're clear. I was just.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wow, I was like, holy
Because I
shit.
said, hold on one second, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna freak him out.
Yeah, Candace is rolling a slam attack on behalf of Kira.
I wonder if I can make that.
Min
I want to
hops
just make
up
the
onto
Ethereum
one of the
crystal
chairs
image into a
and just like
token.
sprawls across it in proper cat fashion.
I think Bonkin would actually, since we're here, Bonkin would take like his pipe and go,
All right, well,
Uh-huh.
you guys do all that magic stuff. I'm
Just do it that way.
gonna head outside for a smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think as they're
Okay.
doing that as well, Tempest is also going to reach out to his patron.
Okay.
That might be a different conversation for later. He might need to go into a bathtub for that, but for now he's going to like kind of do like the reach out, like, are we cool?
Yeah.
Is
So
everything
you.
okay?
So you.
Rub-a-dub-dub, baby.
You'll feel. You can feel the connection still. It's not like she severed the connection or anything, and you'll hear like a faint singing, in the background. You're not really sure. Well, you can give an insight check if you want, because if you get an at 20, you might be sure.
Come. Definitely not. Definitely not in that 20.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
no.
it's a +9
Ooh, that's
too.
your second one tonight. No good.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're not entirely sure. I mean, she's singing at you. So that's
So yeah, with that, Tempest is going to be like,
Yeah.
you know what, guys? While you're doing that, I'm going to take a real bath this time. I guess just let me know if you need me for anything. Is there a lot of background sound? Is that pick coming up on my microphone?
I mean, I can hear
By the
some,
way?
but it's not a big deal.
It's very
Okay.
minute, very minute.
Okay, there's a sleepover happening here, so.
Aw, that's cute.
Good for them. You know what? That makes me so
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
because, man, we do not see that in this generation anymore.
Right.
I'm having a sleepover with you tomorrow.
That's
True. Lucy's gonna be
true.
sleeping over for the next week.
That is true.
Oh, you're gonna be in the States tomorrow? Nice.
He's
Mhm.
staying at our house.
Yep.
Yeah, he's visiting finally. He's actually gonna play D&D next Sunday from our house.
Nice.
Okay, there's the crystal. Sorry about that.
Okay. So yeah, Tempest will
see,
go
I
up.
told
go
you,
upstairs.
Candace is a fucking pro at this shit.
I love it.
So Tempest is popping in the bath.
Yeah, Tempest is drawing himself a bath. Create
Okay.
water, zoosh, and then good.
Okay,
Yes.
so realistically, talking as a player for a second, I can do Identify as a minute at a time spell for a few spell slots, but realistically, it's going to make the most sense to just be ritually identifying for most of this, which is going to be 10 minutes a pop and is going to take forever, but is realistically the most practical way of doing this. My
Yeah,
thought
so how
was
many?
to,
Let me ask you, how many spell slots you got? So
like 4, I think.
No, I mean, I'm asking honestly because I can tell you exactly how long it's gonna take.
I have 4 spell slots that I would be willing to use.
Okay, so Candace, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so she can cast 4 back to back. The ritual casts would need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not done, motherfuckers. 8.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's gonna take 80 minutes, so it's gonna take an hour and some change. And Marcus will
Hour
just
and a
sit
half.
there as Marcus is gonna sit there and just watch over. Oh, sorry, Aegis, you got one?
It's actually going to be a little longer than that. I hate to say because the rules for ritual casting is that it's 10 minutes plus the casting time.
Oh, well, yeah,
Yeah.
but the casting time's 1 round, so it's.
Oh,
Identifies a minute, I thought, for it.
Oh, is it 1 minute?
Yeah.
Well,
Yep,
okay, so it's
identifies a minute.
so
So
it's
still gonna be
an
about
hour
an
and
hour.
Yeah,
half.
11
Like
minutes
an hour and a
per.
half,
Yeah. So it's like an hour and 40 minutes ish.
Okay.
But my plan was for each item to look at it, do history, arcana, identify. Was to kind of do that list on each of them. That was my plan. I don't know exactly how you want to do this.
So
But
you want me to, Candace,
that's
you want me to
my
just tell you I'm just gonna go in order for the things that we need identified.
Okay.
If you want me to tell you everything you gave me over the last like 3 weeks of gameplay, 4 weeks of gameplay.
Sure, that's fine.
Are you guys cool with that?
I'm
Okay.
fine with it. The only thing I want to say real quick is Aegis would speak up. Kira, normally I wouldn't do this, but with how much shit we have to identify, I'll run Wingman. If you need something to drink, just let me know.
I got my coffee. Yeah,
Well,
she
that's
reaches
fine.
into her pouch and pulls out the endless coffee, sets it onto the table. This is now an important component of these rituals.
Okay.
But I can guarantee all of us are going to be hungry. Tempest might have gotten lunch, but as she yells out through the floors.
Okay.
Can't hear you.
He may have gotten lunch, but he got
Oh.
dirty because he needs a bath.
That's right. I'll get started on that. And he'll go run up to the kitchen. Like he's instantly like, okay, let's get something ready for food.
All right.
Yeah, as Kira's about to hour and a half plus straight ritual cast. Off.
Okay, so as she begins this, before I give the first of the details, Candace, I am sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, please. Kira,
Nope,
go
I was
ahead.
gonna say I am gonna start with the Ethereum crystal because I don't really want that in the circle when I do the other things.
I
Okay.
will leave you and her to that description as I look up the thing I need to look up.
All right. Hold on. Let me pull.
But I have no place in that portion.
Do you want me to just auto history and arcana for each item?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Well, let's do one at a time.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you cast identify, you automatically
Yeah.
get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Everything, right?
Yes. If you're doing identify, you'll get all of that. So you don't need to do
Okay.
rolls for it, but we'll definitely do one at a time so that we don't confuse things. Hold on 1 second. A lot of the stuff you already know, but I'm going to read some of the lore on it.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how to do this without it taking the rest of the session.
All right, so I'll just do a gist, okay? So let's see, where did my lore go? Doing this one. Okay, so you know that. I'm just going back to the stuff that I sent you. 1 second.
I was gonna say I've got my Ethereum crystal notes summarized, if that helps at all.
Yeah, so you know that the Ethereum crystal, it has electromagnetic emission, consistent electromagnetic emission, which is probably what you guys were feeling and probably part of the thing it's seated in right now. You also know that when you were reading up on it, the only thing it could really be characterized as is like MRI technology. So it can get very dangerous very quickly if it's not being contained properly. When it's exposed to ultraviolet light, it exhibits an iridescent glow, which suggests potential uses in advanced display technologies and quantum computing. The early experiments that were done that have had notes says that the Ethereum crystal can store and release energy more efficiently than current lithium-ion batteries. They tried to harness it for medical technology to try to improve the precision of MRI machines, but nobody's been able to successfully do that yet. And from this, you're able to tell there's definitely quantum energy in there. You can see within it the gold swirling that would indicate time magic of some kind. And it's also, you know, that its energy storage capabilities are endless. Like it could suck energy into it is the sense that you're getting while you are looking this over. Also, while identifying it, it's when you identify items, you're kind of able to tell, like, you know, how rare they are or anything. This is legendary. This is extremely rare. You're not going to be able to find another one.
Okay. And I did copy and paste my the notes in the Ethereum crystal into chat for others to be able to just streamline notes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the what are we doing next?
Very carefully setting the Ethereum crystal on the table and telling Min under no circumstances is she allowed to mess with it, and no, that's not an invitation. And she's going to make sure Min acknowledges and is not actually going to fuck with it.
She acknowledges with a very dirty look and then sits close enough to it that she's not touching it.
Aegis, Min's gonna need like 3 plates of bacon.
She moves away a little bit.
Since apparently this is what she does now.
Marcus's eyes go wide as he looks at Min, and he just kind of shakes his head. I knew it. Okay, so as Marcus begins to pull things out of the bag as she's doing the Ethereum crystal, because he did not want any weird detonation shit, I am going to send a message, Candace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send a message to Umi.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And the message is going to be as follows. Hello, my friend. I have a lot of coins with your spectacular name on it. I need the following items as soon as possible for my dear friend Master Aegis. Diamond dust, 2,000 gold pieces worth of, as well as 5 diamonds roughly the size of a small heart, 300 gold pieces each. I'm happily willing to pay 3,500 gold for the lot, or if you want to recognize my discount, the Illithids and Beholder have been taken care of. The rogue pod is no more. Thank you. And he's going to send the message.
All right.
And then I will pull out the... Are you ready for this, Candace?
I don't know.
The compass! It is just a compass. There is no special flavor text with it. I pull out the compass and I set it down. I don't know... And now Marcus looks at it for the very first time. Marcus is going to try to determine if there looks like there's any weird arcane shit on it.
Where...
Or divine shit on it.
So you guys are in the room with the Ethereum crystal. In the...
Oh, fuck.
In the...
Oh, that's not a good way to start this.
So you take the compass out in the light of the crystal, even though it's not sitting in the middle and you're not shining it underneath, within the light of the slight light that it's emanating, which I guess I could try to portray for you guys.
How much does it give off?
It's it would be 30, but it's not bright. It's like it's that same, I don't remember what word I was using last week when I explained it. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
There we go.
Hold on 1 second.
It's like low light.
Yeah,
like
it's
old school 3rd edition low light
Yeah.
vision. Yeah. Okay.
But when you
I saw all the nods in here.
when you take the compass out, so you can see that it just looks mundane as opposed to like some of the stuff on you guys that you know is magical. You can
wait a
kind of
minute.
tell.
So, hold up. So the light of the Ethereum crystal is highlighting. Okay. Can I request as a player an Arcana check from Marcus to identify whether or not the light being emanated from this crystal is operating as a detect magic?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
I was
I
just
will
about
make
to
that
ask the
roll.
same
You can do
thing.
it too. You can
Yay.
do it too, or you can
Please,
have.
God, roll better than me.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, 12. I will use my inspiration.
Okay.
I got you.
I won't. No, I'll just let her fucking do it. Marcus looks at the crystal suddenly, and then down at the
No, to be
mundane compass.
To be honest, it wasn't that high of a DC. She's just showing off. But
This is her new baby.
This is
like
her baby.
this is like Min 2.0 on her like priority list.
Right.
Min, Crystal, party.
You should put it in Min.
Yes, do that.
Settle down with you fucking.
Let's go.
Thank you. Bonkin's got my back here. These two perverts, both eyes went wide on that one. I didn't say shove it in Min. I said
was
put
just
it.
imagining like absolute disaster. That
No,
really dirty.
she'd just turn into a transformer and stand up and be like,
Yeah.
finally.
I love them
Unlimited
crying, bitch.
Next thing you know, Min stands up. Autobots, roll out.
Yep.
Auto
Worth
cats.
Exactly. Autocats, yeah.
No wait.
Oh,
wait.
100% worth it. I want the unlimited energy source for Min. Like, holy
Yeah.
crap. That'd be
Where's
terrifying.
Where's my pocket bacon?
Yeah. So Marcus, even though you're exhausted, you're very intelligent. I mean, you can tell what's going on here. You kind of look yourself over, you look over at Kira. Min is, I mean, she's kind of glowing just all together anyway. The compass does not glow. It's less of a, like, the way that detect magic works. You're like, oh, this glows at me because it's magical. And it's more, this has a magical energy that the crystal wants. So the
Oh.
compass does not have that energy. It doesn't seem like the Ethereum crystal is drawing or trying to draw anything from it.
Okay, so Marcus will kind of like hold the compass up to his hand then, and then he's gonna spin it a couple of times. Oh God, he's not even really good at survival. He honestly, Marcus is a total piece of shit, you guys. He's really lucky and really fucking smart. So he's gonna kind of like twist it a few times and just see if it does anything funky under the light or like in the room, except for spin the dial.
Nope.
Just spin the dial.
It just spins the way that you would expect a compass to.
It's like the electromagnetic interference of the crystal messing with it. I'm not even there. But
No, that's a good question. Is there an electromagnet? Can Marcus try to determine if it's actually pointing the right fucking direction?
So it was actually a really good question. So as you're turning it, it does keep pointing toward the crystal.
Is the crystal according? Oh, this motherfucker! All right, Marcus is gonna set the compass down, and he's just gonna look at Kira and go, "The compass is compromised." And then he's gonna pull the backpack open and begin to.
Are you sure
100%.
that is the compass geared towards the crystal, or is it
No,
because
the
of what it
crystal's geared
emanates?
towards the compass. It wants it bad. It's thronging. Thronging? Is thronging a word?
Nope. That's
Nope.
not a word that you should be using ever. Suddenly.
Wonderful. All right. Well, there we go. How about this? And he pulls out a small whistle made of bone, and he sets it down.
I just
does
got
it glow?
flashbacks.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's mundane. It's mundane, everybody. It's mundane.
Y'all want to summon a zombie? Guys, I had to go look it up again. I was like, this bitch is about to use my own magic item against me.
No, I didn't do it. I thought about it when it came up, but no, I didn't.
Okay. So we can use the crystal to quickly determine whether or not we need to magically identify or mundanely identify these.
Oh. Marcus holds the bone whistle up.
Yep.
Does it
I'm
glow?
gonna.
Does it do anything?
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't
Oh.
have any magic. It looks like a really cool whistle. It doesn't look.
Marcus blows it.
It's made pretty well. It
Do
whistles.
you know whose mouth that was in?
He sets it down next to the compass.
I want to do a quick
What was
history on
that?
I want to do a quick history check on the now slimy whistle and not slimy compass.
What are you doing? You're doing a what check?
Just history. See if there's
Oh,
anything
that's fine. Yeah,
weird.
go right ahead.
On both, ideally.
Mhm.
Compass. Whistle. I got my thinky cap on for those
Apparently.
two probably completely unnecessary
Yeah,
items.
probably. So yeah, there's not any great history. So you can tell that the whistle's pretty old. It seems like it was made a long time ago. The compass, not so much. It seems like it's actually more made to look like it's old, because nobody uses a compass anymore. Everybody uses GPS. So it's kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a toy. Like a souvenir almost. But
Okay.
the bone whistle is like really old. Like you can tell it was made a very long time ago.
Yep. Neither of them are magical. That's new and fake old. That's actually old and now vaguely slimy.
Sorry.
You know, it's honestly, it is a interesting approach to identifying potentially cursed artifacts.
Marcus then just like nonchalantly reaches into the bag and pulls out this vial that is crackling with electricity, and he goes, "If this isn't a potion of electrical resistance, I'm going to eat this. I'll swallow it whole."
What if it was a potion of dragon's breath, but in the non-fire variety?
Then I will eat this whole and spit lightning for the next hour and a half, probably.
That would be very cool. Why don't I take a quick glance at it?
Yeah, that's yours.
I'm gonna. Can I tell just by looking at it
Marcus-
first if it's actually what he thinks it is?
And Marcus will attempt to help with that.
Okay.
I
So-
assume Marcus has seen potions.
Yeah.
He's assuming it's a potion of resistance.
Okay, yeah, so do it with advantage, Kira. You can do that because Marcus is helping, unless you want to roll on your own, which is fine.
Oh, I will know. I ain't
I
rolling on my
figured.
fucking own. Are you
I
kidding me?
figured.
You got me fucked up
and
right now.
I look
I'm
at the
tired.
tag.
As my as Marcus hands it over, you know the balls that have like the lightning in them, where when you touch it, the lightning goes to your hand. It's very much like that toward the Ethereum crystal. Like it's like the lightning that's inside is like trying to get to the crystal.
Interesting.
What are the details?
So
Oh, sorry. I was asking Kira.
oh, that's fine. Oh, actually,
Well,
I
I'm
haven't
asking
given it to her
Candace.
yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're...
So this is actually known. So it's lightning breath in a bottle, is what it is. So you can use it, and you're able to consume it to do the breath like you were saying. However, there is a chance that if you roll very low on a dex saving throw, you might take half damage from drinking it.
Okay, first, the out of character comment, which is I called it, I don't know how, that was a complete guess. Second, it's going to be so, no drinking it.
Just holding it away.
It is it's lightning breath. So she holds it back away from him.
And Marcus, you can see the lightning inside dancing to like happily, frantically, almost toward the Ethereum crystal as she's holding it behind her.
Oh. Okay. Are you done being strange about that? And he just looks back into the backpack, doesn't fucking question it at all. He just pulls out the next thing.
Yep, you actually, I don't know who's going to be the best person for it, but probably not me.
Okay, well, I'll put it back in the bag. We'll talk to everybody in just a moment.
Yep,
Give me a second.
potion of lightning breath.
So he
There's
puts
a
it back in the bag.
slight chance that if you don't hold your throat exactly right as you breathe lightning, you'll catch yourself with it.
Better not to tell anybody about that, because then they'll be in their heads about it. Just swig the whole thing and be done with it. That's between me and you. Alright, next.
absolutely.
And I pull out the small tub of ointment, which I, as a fucking player, because there's only one use of the word ointment in this entire edition, and I already know what it is. But Candace,
All right.
Do you want
does
me-
it,
am I
does it
making-
happen to be in a clay jar?
It does. Well, it is
Am I
clay,
making
but
a
it's
nature check on this one?
you are. You want to make a nature check?
For a very familiar, Yep,
Go
okay.
ahead.
I will be assisting because this
Okay.
is my forte. This is my jam. I fucking love this magic item.
Nice. Yeah. You know right away. Say the name. I always say it wrong.
Kigothams.
So it's that ointment. You know it. As soon as you like open the lid, you smell it. Marcus, you too. You're like, oh, I know exactly what that is.
How many
Say
charges
Kegel
are in here?
thumbs?
4.
Kigotham.
Kegothons.
That's how I have always pronounced it.
How's it spelled?
It is not spelled that way, by the way.
Keogtham? I mean, that's pretty damn close.
Yeah,
It's a restorative ointment.
Keogtams. Keogtams.
Yeah, the way I've heard everybody say it before is just Keotams.
Keotims. Yeah, so there's different ways to say it, but it's a restorative ointment. And
How
you're
many-
both 4 charges.
4 charges.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. That's a fucking.
Yep.
that is
That's a
powerful
lot.
item. That does a lot. It's like it cures poison, disease.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what it does? Does she know what you said? She knows what. It
Yeah,
does?
you guys. I can share the description if you need.
I shared the link to it.
Oh,
Oh,
got
perfect.
it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yep.
It's a... Wow. I haven't smelled this in ages. It's a restorative ointment.
Mm.
Can help cure pretty much any poison, any disease,
Yes,
heal
I'm-
wounds.
I'm well aware. I've had this ointment lubricated on much of my body for many diseases in my day. This is wonderful. I'm surprised it's here, though. It's strange that they wouldn't have changed the scent or the flavor. And I just lick my finger.
Tastes like aloe.
Mmm, wonderful.
Honest, Aegis would probably appreciate that. What's next?
Yes. Right.
She hasn't cast a single ritual yet.
So I'll pull out the ring that appears to be a decoder. I'm reading this identically to how Candace sent this to me, so bear with me. A ring that appears to be a decoder ring with runes etched into it all around. And he sets it down, and I will absolutely attempt to use my arcane.
Does it glow, first of all?
It does. It does glow.
Yeah.
And for those
I
who've
will
seen
assist
my,
her.
if you've seen my crochet and chill stream, it's like my counter ring where it twists on both sides.
22 is good.
22 is very good. All right, so
Oh, technically that should have been with advantage, right? Because you're
yeah, go ahead and do
also-
it. Yep,
22 is still pretty fun.
it is pretty fucking good.
Nope, you're too tired
Yeah,
to...
take the 22. Yeah, Marcus is like, I think that's fuck. Are we taking a couple weeks after this
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, you guys
It's
are.
over the coffee.
one? Give me a sip of that shit.
So yeah, I was gonna try to find the ring, but anyway, so you, without a doubt, this is a ring of spell storing, Kira. You know that in order to use it, you have to twist and match the correct combination of runes in order for it to work. But once you've done that, it can store that specific type of spell.
Oh. This is a ring of spell storing.
Does Marcus have any idea what that even fucking means?
I mean, yeah, I would think so. You're pretty intelligent.
Okay. I actually, you know what? I've never used that as a DM, so give me a second.
This one would be most useful for, well, anyone except for you or Bonkin.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's... Okay, so this could be very useful for somebody who is not capable of performing incantations on their own to hold something that could potentially benefit us. That's wonderful. That's-
Healing or
yes.
a great
Or
restoration.
what about the potential to bring the dead back? if we can have Master Aegis infuse this with an incantation that can revivify or resurrect or raise whatever the magic happens to be, any of us could use this.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Good eye. You're sure about this, by the way.
I am absolutely certain I would not be able to use this, but someone else could.
Understood. Right. He kind of sets that one off to the side, like away from the other ones in case they break and damage it. Like, he really does not want this one to be hurt. Okay, so next is the amulet with 7 stars surrounding a flowing mist. Yeah, you heard me right. And he's gonna look at it and try to inquire about its... He doesn't have any fucking clue what this guy
If you
does.
get a nat 20, you might as well try. Okay. Oh, she's rolling with advantage.
Oh
because
no,
of the-
let her. I am
Okay,
rolling
okay.
with fucking disadvantage. If I roll with nat 20, I still have to take my other
That's
low
true.
roll.
Unless you roll 2 nat 20s, yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's start now.
I did it in PG3 the other day.
Yeah, I
It's
was
true you
about to
did.
say, unless he crit confirms.
Right, yeah, crit confirm, yeah. So with a 19, yeah, so you...
And if I'm not sure, I'm just going to move straight into an identify spell.
Okay,
that's
that's
easy
fine.
peasy.
So with the 19, the symbol is very familiar to you. You're trying, just from an Arcana standpoint, you know, it definitely it's definitely magical. There's no question about that. Even without having it in the light of the Ethereum crystal, which it is glowing, by the way, when you take that out. But you feel like you might know what it is, but typically this comes in the form of a ring, not in the form of an amulet. And the ring is usually, it's a ring of shooting stars is what you're thinking of. But it's not usually an amulet, so.
Candace, real quick clarification question for you. The Ring of Spell Storing, it says here that it typically has 1d6 -1 levels of spell stores chosen by the DM in it already. Does this ring currently have spells stored in it, or is it completely empty?
It is empty.
Empty, thank
Yep.
you. Okay, and same question about the shooting stars.
I won't know how many charges until I identify it, more than likely.
Yeah.
Touché.
This is normally a ring.
It
From
wouldn't
what
matter,
I
it's
can-
just got 6 charges, so...
Yep.
it's
From what I can tell, it's a necklace ring of shooting stars. I can identify it to be sure, but I'm fairly confident that would be dancing lights, light, fairy fire, ball lightning, pretty much anything like that can come from this.
I don't understand 3/4 of the words that just came out of your mouth, so maybe identify it to make sure, so somebody doesn't put it on and get in trouble?
Okay, she takes a drink of the coffee and
Marcus
begins
puts his hand out.
she takes a drink of the coffee, hands it over.
Yeah, Marcus just starts chugging as she performs the incantation.
Okay, it doesn't stop. So.
No, he doesn't. No, he will
Okay,
stop. He's not
okay.
gonna. Look, I'm not about to kill myself.
I was like, oh
okay?
god.
As we immediately use yeah.
Does that spell
Okay.
store have a revivify by chance? So you
No,
Yeah.
I'd say put on this ring and use it to ball lightning his heart.
you do confirm that it's an amulet of shooting stars as opposed to a ring.
Okay. And it has 5 charges
It has
currently
5
in it.
charges in it. Yep.
Okay.
But it will. The next time Dawn comes, it will just automatically go to 6.
Yep.
So it's moot. Okay.
Okay. So 10 minutes pass. She nods. It's an amulet of shooting stars. Currently has the ability to be used 5 times, but when the sun rises again, it should be fully restored.
Oh. My gods, these entities really were loaded. Some of these items are crazy. Am I nuts for thinking that?
I don't want to question our good fortune too much, but perhaps the
Touche.
gods. Perhaps whatever gods are watching are smiling on us. And she seems a little skeptical as she says it, but also like she has a She says it and almost seems confused a little bit as she's saying it, which is a little weird.
So does Marcus as he replies with, what gods? And then he pulls a coin out of the bag, out of a side pouch of the bag, and he lays it down in front of Kira, and it is a coin with a sun on one side and a moon on the other.
And it does.
Does it glow?
It does faintly glow. Yeah, It's not. It's not as. It seems like it's not as imbued as the other items as far as magic goes, but it glows. Okay, that.
Yeah, but what is it?
But what is it though? So you know for a fact this is Kempton's coin. It's kind of like a gag magic item. If you flip it and it lands on the sun, then it will cast daylight on itself. If you flip it and it lands on the moon, it will cast darkness on itself. So it's kind of a gag gift sort of magic item because you don't know what you're gonna get.
Okay, say that one more time for what does it do if you flip it on the sun or the moon?
If it lands on the sun, it casts daylight. If it lands on the moon, it casts darkness on itself.
So she looks at it, turns it over without flipping it, and just this is a Kempton's coin. Tempest would love this, but it might be a horrible idea to give it to him. See how it's got a sun and a moon on each side?
Yes, of course, but who is Kempton? And why did he forge a coin? Do the kings know about this? I believe that's punishable by death in most kingdoms.
When you're that powerful of an arcanist, who's really gonna stop you?
Oh, excellent. Is this like summon a meteor swarm or something? Or...
It can summon the essence of the sun or moon. If you flip it and it lands on the sun, it will cast daylight, and the inverse if it lands on the other side.
Oh, that's lame.
Useful. Incredibly useful.
Can you cheat the coin? Can you toss it to specifically land on daylight or darkness? I.e., if we're fighting a vampire, can you throw the coin flat on the sun side to blow them to Kingdom Come?
I don't have the dexterity in that way to be able to tell, but...
Marcus grabs the coin. He's going to try to throw it.
Oh, she's going to close her eyes immediately.
Okay.
He's gonna try to throw it towards the wall. Candace on this side, and he's going to use telekinetic movement. I'll burn another one of my psi points to force it to land on the daylight side as it moves out of my hand. So let me just mark that off real quick. Okay, yeah. So he'll, and as he flings it, it spins. Telekinetic movement. Daylight side.
It lands on the daylight side. It does, and you.
And then does it ignite?
Yep, and it casts the daylight spell.
Marcus, he even you hear him go, oh shit! And then I'll use the rest of the movement to pick it up and just spin it so the fucking daylight goes away.
Yeah, so you flip it over so that the moon is facing up, and it like hides the light when it's again. You can still kind of see it shining from underneath the coin where there's a space between it and the floor, but it's not in your face anymore.
Okay, Marcus.
Everything all right down there?
Help me.
No, we're good. Actually,
right.
I might not be able to say that. Candace, I messaged you.
No.
You flipped it to daylight, and I have to ask Candace things.
Oh god, chorizo street tacos. Settle down, Aegis. What the fuck?
That sounds
My
amazing.
man. Oh my god. I'm gonna taste everybody's everything.
All right, let me see. Oh, hold on.
Sorry, he specifically said daylight.
No, that's totally fine. Well, let me see. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you said daylight to the shadow elf.
So since it's light and it kind of destroyed any chance of shadows in here, you're okay. You feel all right at the moment. Had it gone the other route, who knows what would have happened.
Okay. So especially with her closing her eyes and stuff as she realized what he was going to try and do. Okay, so when the red from behind her eyes has faded, she knows the light's gone, she'll open her eyes. Well, if that's what you were going for, it worked.
Yes, sorry about that. It hurt my face too. The good thing is, my God, Master Aegis, these street tacos are. Fuck me. What are skyscraper tacos if these are what people eat in the streets? What do they eat in the halls of Alpha League? Thank you, Master Aegis.
Yeah, Kira looks down and sees the chicken marinara sliders and just oh. Thank you very much. Min, are you Min, why do you have how did you get that many plates of bacon?
She's a well-oiled machine, Mistress Kira. She needs what she has.
You see an already empty plate that used to have bacon floating out of the room as the servant, the unseen servant, removes the plate.
Oh God, she's
You
gonna
just
get
hear
so
from
bad.
You just hear Tempest from upstairs. Ooh, bruschetta.
Do we also hear splashes from his bubble bath?
A little bit.
Blub, blub.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so Marcus is gonna put the coin in the bag, but he's gonna say, just to be clear, if anybody asks, and I'm taking a note of this, the coin can be cheated. That is very useful to know. All right, so I'm gonna pull the potion of a deep red color out. Candace.
You recognize that one.
Is it a greater
It is.
or it is greater?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna pull this out and go. This is a potion of greater healing. He's just gonna set it down to the side.
She's going to, not trusting his exhaustion, check the label, then nod.
Listen, I can read. I'm sleepy. I'm not illiterate. And then
Raises an eyebrow.
Okay, I'm a little illiterate. He's going to then take the flute crafted in the form of a wooden flute crafted in the form of a fanged serpent. This looks like a Master Tempest thing to me. I dare not blow on this Viper's back end, otherwise the fangs may shoot out and kill Min.
It does not glow when you take it.
Do it! Don't you tell me to do it!
Okay, history on that one, then? If
Yeah,
it's
you
not
can do
glowing?
that. Go ahead. Yep.
Is Marcus helping in that one?
Yeah, he'll try. He doesn't know much about serpents, but I tried with
Are
some
you sure?
Yawnti.
You knew a
Oh,
lot.
fuck. Well, actually, I'm a little sleepy, but the last time I had an encounter with a serpent, it went like this.
Yeah, so it's very well crafted. It doesn't seem like it's that old or anything like that. And that was a really high score. Kira, with a 25, you would have heard of these things called Renaissance fairs. You're fairly certain that this is from one of these fairs that you have read about. You've seen it on social media. You've read about them, and you know of a location. So you're fairly certain that this is something that was recently made, handcrafted by somebody, but sold at a Renaissance fair.
Oh, this is a surprisingly well-crafted, fairly recently though, historical replica. They have celebrations that celebrate some of the faux celebrations of historical times. This looks like it might have been a part of it. Tempest should like this, and it's not magical from what I can tell. What's next? As she takes a drink of the coffee and waits for Marcus to stop mini dozing.
Yeah, he'll be back in a second. I think I know what would be next.
Yep. And she's gonna lean back to like try and snag a piece from Min, and I'm imagining she gets growled at and just like brings her hand back.
Now you get
Just like
a no clawed swat.
okay, all the bacon's for you. Understood.
So yeah, Marcus will definitely take the flute and kind of put it to the side, and then I will take out the porcelain cup, gilded and painted with mythical creatures.
So it looks like a kind of like a fancy coffee cup. It does not glow when you take it out, so it doesn't appear that there are any magical things. History, okay, got it. Yeah, this is
At least this is fast.
Yeah, so this again, it looks kind of like a souvenir. It's made, it's well made. It's not cheaply made or anything like that, but it doesn't look. It looks like it could be, since it's made of porcelain and it's got so much detail. You might be able to hawk it for a decent amount of money.
She turns it over. It's well crafted, nothing magically significant or historical. We could probably sell it, get a decent amount, though I have no sense of how much it would be worth. Not in this age. What's next?
Fair enough. Master Aegis may have a little bit more insight on that one. This one, I feel like I was just watching this documentary the other evening about something like this. He pulls out the dingy puzzle cube with many-colored squares on each of its sides. I think this is referred to as a fucking there it is. It's a Rubik's Cube. Wonderful. Who had the Rubik's Cube? It was one of the homeless people, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're pretty sure you pulled that off of one of... Actually, a lot of what you guys had, you pulled off of... a lot of what you guys received, like the mundane stuff, you pulled off of the homeless guys.
We're
And
awful.
the coin as well.
Does this appear mundane as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just leave it alone then.
Is this a important question? Is this an actual like normal Rubik's Cube, or is this a Rubik's Cube puzzle box?
You'd have to solve it to figure that out. Well, you got a 20, or no, yeah, you got a 25.
Does it turn the way it should be?
So as you start turning it, you feel like it might be a puzzle box with the way that it's turning. Yeah.
Oh, this is a puzzle cube. Just for entertainment, non-magical. She just tucks it straight into her bag.
What's the special bit about a puzzle cube?
Helps improve manual dexterity, helps improve mental dexterity, and it's fun.
There's nothing hidden inside of it?
Not this one. Not that I can tell. I'll have to solve it to find out.
Do you want me to just tear it to pieces?
No!
Psionic bolts? Oh, alright, sorry. Alright.
She's gonna lean over, look him in the eye, and move the coffee cup to the other side of the table.
Well, that's rude, but alright. I will then pull out the Journal of Heresies, and I'm gonna just flip through a couple of them, Candace, and I'm just looking at it. He says, I told you I was reading, the journal is labeled Heresy in its finest. This is amazing. This is at least good reading material, if nothing else.
Alright, hold on, let me pull up my heresies.
Oh,
I'm assuming it's mundane.
It's mundane, yeah. It's definitely mundane.
While we're on the subject of books, do you remember when we were in the room with the Vrock? Probably should have brought this up before, but I found a spell book that had some fairly grotesque rituals in it. They were, and she switches to Elven, kind of lowers her voice almost like instinctually, not like hiding it, but like she doesn't want to say it too loudly. They were among the more profane Shatterkai rituals.
Burn the book.
Just kind of tilts her head to one side and changes the subject. So, what's in that one?
He doesn't touch that shit with a fucking 10-foot pole.
I don't know if there's a roll that needs to be made, but she has no intention of burning the book.
A roll that needs to be made to...
For Marcus to realize that she absolutely has no intention of actually burning it.
I mean, my passive insight is... Well, my passive insight is only a 14. Yeah, it's not that high. I don't know if he would even pick it up. He's fucking exhausted. He's...
My passive deception is an 11.
Oh, mate. Candace, your call?
Technically, deception or disadvantage would implement a -5, meaning your passive perception would only be a 9 right now.
That's a good point.
A legitimate point.
Yeah, I'll say, Marcus, in your exhausted state right now, too, you probably...
And he has like 2 psychic points left and 0 other abilities.
And you're also you're ready to be done with this. You're like, let's just be done with this, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I accept that. Okay.
Well, I've done my confession job, and nothing's coming of it. Wonderful.
Alright, so the last thing Marcus pulls out, he unravels this little piece of paper.
Whoa. What's in the heresy book?
Oh, yeah. He's looking at the heresy book, the fucking course. Oh! Master Aegis. By the way, those tacos were absolutely magnificent. Thank you.
I'm glad
Your unseen servant is a
enjoyed it.
gentleman, by the way.
Of course he is.
Do you fancy heresies, Master Aegis? Because there's a whole journal of them
I-
here.
No, actually. I walked in and heard you say it, and I thought I might need to just step right back.
Well, it may not be heresies against you and your people, your religious organization, but I'm curious to see who it's about, because I'd like to know what our enemies really dislike.
So, Marcus, in between some of the entries, pages are ripped out. It's not very well kept or taken care of, considering where you found it. Not terribly surprising. But I sent you directly in Discord.
Oh shit, okay, hold on. Oh, holy shit. Okay, so Marcus will just quickly read these off, so just bear with me here. He says, okay, the Chronicles of Morazan Zilthrith. Entry 1, The Pact of Shadows. He looks over at Kira. Burn the book. Day 1, Month of Shadows, Year of the Broken Chains. Today marks the beginning of a new era. I, Morazan Zilthrith, have done the unthinkable. I have forged an alliance with the Illithid. You dumb piece of shit. That's not written, that's my statement. My kin would consider this a betrayal of the highest order, a heresy punishable by death. Yet, in the Mind Flayers, I see potential for power and knowledge beyond our wildest dreams. Their psionic prowess and our cunning will make us unstoppable, or so this bastard thought. My thoughts, not his heresy. Entry 2, Fractured Minds. Day 15, Month of Shadows, Year of the Broken Chains. The Illithid pod I am allied with has broken away from the primary hive, the one that serves the Tiefling clan Kunya. This schism has been a source of great unrest among their kind, but it provides us with an opportunity. Their leader, Zalthor, the Mind Weaver, speaks of ancient knowledge hidden deep within the Underdark, knowledge that could elevate us above all others. Together we shall seek it out. Shit. Maybe something in another plane of existence.
Marcus, as you say that, you go back to what these things looked like and how crazed they looked and how different, and it dawns on you that maybe that's how they ended up cursed.
Fuck. They were digging around in the Underdark and got themselves sick. Alright. Entry 7, Echoes of the Past. Month of Shadows, Year of the Broken Chains. This appears to be the final entry.
Yeah, there's one more, sir.
As I reflect on our journey, I see the echoes of past heresies that shaped the Dwergar. We have always been a people of defiance, challenging the norms and embracing the forbidden. This alliance with the Illithids is but another chapter in our storied history. Whether it ends in triumph or tragedy, it would be a tale whispered in the dark for generations to come. I will carve our legacy into the very bones of the Underdark, and the world will remember the name Morazan Zilrith.
That's the last one.
Ah, there's one more. Excuse me, I missed a page. Here's the final one. Entry 7. We've gone from 2 to 7.
No.
Echoes of the Past. What? Oh, sorry.
15.
Entry 15. my bad. Entry 15 from 7. Too late to turn back. The final one in the book is what I'm seeing here. Day 40. The Month of Shadows. Year of the Broken Chains. I feel this may have been a mistake. Themes seem darker than anticipated. No pun intended. I think they have gone crazy. And I think I am next. So this fucking Shardakai got itself wrapped up in business where it thought it was going to manipulate this pod of Illithids, these rogue Illithids, bringing them into the Underdark, and these dumb jackasses got sick. And that's how they ended up back on the surface. No offense, by the way, Mistress Kira. This is just absolute debauchery at the highest level. Idiocy.
just curious, at mention of the Underdark, would Aegis know anything about that?
You can give. Oh yeah, you
Or
can
like
give
about an
me.
illness that exists there? A curse? Disease?
Oh,
I'm,
man.
I'm gonna
Disease?
start with seeing if he knows about it first.
So
'cause
give
if he
me
knows about
history.
it, then
Yeah, give me a history check first. Go ahead, Kara. You can do it too if you want.
Well,
Kira, I'm sending you to that.
yep,
unless
I
Candace-
I already got
I-
sent it.
Okay, got it.
I also have a specific question that may inform my history check.
Okay.
I was gonna say I am gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, go ahead. Well, that was worth it. Okay, so while Kira is doing what she's doing, so Aegis, yeah, you, well, I guess you're trying to figure out about what? About what they're going into the Underdark for? The ritual?
I mean, originally it was just would Aegis know about the Underdark, because then I can start seeing, if he would know about this, or whereas if he doesn't know about the Underdark, he's not going to know about any of the others.
Yeah, so he does know about the Underdark because of his history. He did do some studying to try to learn more about the Underdark, about just dark entities in general, because of what he encountered. I don't want to give away too much without letting you do it yourself. So
No, that is all completely fair.
what was
Alrighty.
your question, Kira?
Okay. I know a couple of very specific Shatterkai rituals, like ones that can specifically weaken and destabilize the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Does that don't smirk like that? Or ones that can, trap and control, stuff like that. Does that seem like they may be related at all? Or
I mean, they both seem like some dark evil shit, for sure.
but they don't necessarily seem like
They don't seem
they're
connected
the
necessarily.
same dark
Right.
evil shit.
Right.
Okay. Can I do a history check to just see if I can glean any more information
Sure.
from this then? Just
And then-
basic stuff.
Yeah, and then Aegis, what else were you wanting to dive into?
Mainly the
thank you.
second thing with in pertaining to the Underdark. Would Aegis know if that was like a separate plane of existence, or if that was like a parallel thing, kind of like how the Feywild is, where you gotta like go through
Right.
a fairy ring or something?
So you would know with the stuff that you studied. And with-
Basically, in as from a player standpoint, at least, this is what I'm trying to ask. Would Aegis know if I would need to use this scroll of plane shift to get us there?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you would know that, especially with the Nat 20. You would know that you would have to do that. That's part of what you're studying because you were trying to find that dark entity to try to resolve that issue.
Yeah, lovely. Okay. That is good to know.
Okay, and then Kira, what are you trying to grab?
Just any potentially like other information about the Underdark is if I know this name, especially thinking through Shatterkai history, which I'm sure is so great for me to mentally delve into. Trying to think into our own dark past, all puns intended.
Okay.
I'm focusing more on the person in the Shatterkai side versus the Underdark side of things.
Sure. So, though you are definitely Shatterkai and grew up in the Underdark, you know more about the Underdark than being a Shatterkai. As weird as that sounds, because of where and how you were and who you were raised by. So you would know it more from the Underdark way of doing things. I guess, like, what exactly what do you want to know? Like, what they
I was trying to see if, first of all, I was trying to see if Morzan Zilreth meant anything to me as a
Okay.
name.
No.
Second, is there the Shadowfell versus the Underdark? Wouldn't I have more familiarity with the Shadowfell versus the Underdark?
Well,
Or is that a lore difference that I might be
no, it's not a lore
misremembering?
difference, but it's if you it's not
Isn't
a
the
lore difference thing.
Shadowfell's a different plane,
It is,
right?
yep. But you
Okay.
spent decent amount of time in both.
Sorry, all the dark, creepy, horrible past places just blend together eventually. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so when you ventured out after everything, you did end
That's-
up in the Underdark, and then
Okay.
ended up, yeah.
Yep, that's the important step that I was missing there.
Yeah.
Okay, but Morzan Zilrith doesn't mean anything to me.
No, it doesn't stand out to you. No, it doesn't stand out to you.
Okay, and then what about the Month of Shadows, Year of Broken Chains? Like the timeline on that, because that is a very distinctive way of keeping
Whose
track of time.
calendar is that? Is that a
Yep.
Shadowfell calendar? Is that an Underdark calendar?
Hold on one
Is
sec.
it a racial calendar?
Yeah, I was about
Exactly.
to say, like, is that a Shatter Kai calendar?
Sounds awfully fucking Shatterkai to me.
What do you have against Shatterkai?
A lot. If you want to
Honest-
start getting into specifics. Sorry.
Honestly, same.
So you would know that those who were in like lower ranking classes would use time that way in the Shadowfell. So it would be Month of the Shadows. It's always shadowy there, but some months, this month it is more shadowy than other months because they don't have the means to be able to truly tell what day it is. They don't interact with the right people to do that. They don't have any tools to allow them to do that unless they don't have the magic to be able to do that.
Okay, and then the Year of the Broken Chains?
The Year of the Broken Chains is not familiar to you.
Okay.
Is it familiar to Marcus?
I won't even make you roll for it. No, it does not
Okay,
sound.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
Probably more recent than our
yes,
time.
exactly, Kira. I was just about to say both of you are intelligent enough to realize it's probably a more recent measure of time
Okay.
than anything
Okay.
you've experienced.
So as Marcus is reading it, Kira just kind of, so she's been like sitting at this circle, like in this chalk drawn circle, preparing to identify, but as he's describing it, she like draws her knees up to her chest and kind of, oh kitty, just kind of like shrinks in a little bit as she's listening, and then just kind of nods a little as he finishes the explanation.
So Marcus very unceremoniously will slam the book shut, toss it down into the circle, and then he's gonna pull out this small rolled up piece of paper. And he's gonna say, "I think we should tell Master Bonkin about this one. It's the last thing that we found down there. But how hilarious is this?" And he unravels it, and it is a poorly made flyer about a cage match in the underground. He could kick the shit out of people, and we can bet on him because we know how strong he is. He tosses that on top of the Book of Heresies.
Did you guys take? Did you do the pouch?
No, not yet. That's on my list.
All right, I just want to make sure I
Um,
didn't miss it.
Nope. That sounds like vampire bait to me.
Oh. Shit, I would have fallen for it. Do you think so as well, Master Aegis? Vampire bait?
Considering what we've seen, I wouldn't be surprised.
Marcus looks for a date. Is there a date on there?
I was waiting. Here you go. I got a whole thing typed out.
God damn it. Hang on. Okay, Marcus
It's
looks
the
at
same
fucking
date
thing.
as the flyer on the Club Thirst.
January Underground Cage match is Saturday, January 27th. What the fuck is the
The
date?
12th.
Oh. Lock and load, Master Bonkin. It's time to hunt some fucking vampires.
Read the rest of it.
Oh, okay, hang on. I'll read the rest of it. Okay, so Marcus will say, January Underground Cage match is Saturday, January 27, 2024 at 8 p.m. Show up or don't. We don't care. You'd probably lose anyways. Fuck these guys. I'd totally win. I'm sorry, Master Bonkin would win. Winner gets 75% of the pot. All underground contenders must show. Well, of course they do. Otherwise, how the fuck do they contend? These people are clearly idiots. Oh, we have to do something with this.
As long as we don't go in blind, it's something that might be worth investigating.
Aegis, give me an intelligence check.
Perfectly average 10.
That's great, actually. So, you recall that you guys need to go to the underground, actually.
I told you all we were going to take a few weeks off and just rest and relax. This could put us perfectly up to the point of this underground match. We just go in swinging. Master Bonkin goes in swinging. We go in supporting. We're going to just put it all on him. Wait until he shows up and we're just going to lay it on him, okay? This is what we've got to sell. He's the strongest, clearly, in our entire group, right? Am I wrong? He's got 4 fucking arms.
Oh, it depends on whether or not you can use weaponry or magic, because
Doesn't matter. He uses fists that are not magical. They're
yes, but it might
they're
be.
supernatural.
But if you can use weaponry, you might be able to go in and also help secure a pot, one of the two of you.
Oh, please, Mistress Kira, this isn't about me. This is about Master Bonkin now.
Yeah, of course.
We've already hunted down my people. This is Master Bonkin's turn. I'm sure it's about him. Right? Isn't that the way fate works?
Marcus,
Yes, Master Aegis.
where did you say this was again?
The underground. I don't know where the fuck that is, but I could probably look into it unless one of you has a better idea.
Don't we go down there?
I feel like we do. But wow, there are a lot of notes I need to scroll through in order to get to that point. So let me look at my mind.
We have to go to the underground to so the anomalies group is in the underground, and I have a whole bunch of notes about that, so I don't know if we want to finish identifying and then start next session with the
No, that was
explanation about
it.
the underground.
No, we're done identifying. We just have to do the
Oh,
power.
I've got a list. I've got a small list.
The Chrono Shard is the vault in the underground. Yes, that was number 1 on our list. We actually jumped over number 1 and went to number 2. Now we go back to number 1. So this should be easier, right? It was number 1 on the list.
I have some.
It's in a vault, Marcus.
Right, but what if we, you know...
That means heavy security.
Oh,
Heavy
please.
defensive measures.
Did
Actually,
you see Master Bonkin kill that fucking Beholder? He speared it with a trident.
it probably means the Keeper of Light's going to be involved.
I don't know what that is. We have a coin that can cast darkness, and I know how to cheat it.
We should have everyone around before we start.
Okay, well, we've got
about
3
that.
weeks. Yes,
Yep.
we've got 3 weeks before this even starts.
Yep.
So,
Hey,
Yeah,
why don't
now,
we get everybody
hang on,
back
give me
down?
the berries. Wait, give me the berries.
No, I don't. The Master Aegis has them. I didn't fucking touch the berries.
here.
I just smelled them. They were terrible.
She's not even. Yeah, she's just going to. Kosh, give me the coffee. She picks up her own coffee cup, doesn't even wait, downs
Marcus
it,
takes a
starts
sip
casting.
Okay. Yeah, so as soon as the pouch of berries comes out, it is glowing, for sure. It's glowing. As you open it to look at the berries, they are glowing as well. And it's kind of weird because each berry appears to be glowing kind of differently. Like the energy that's getting pulled from it by the crystal appears to be a little bit different. So this is something nobody knows because I made it up. Hold on 1 second.
Shishka Beholder?
Are you gonna make me cast Identify like 7 times? Because I will hate you.
No,
a little.
just once. Just once. I'm assuming you will cast it.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
ritually cast it.
Alright, I want to make sure it's going to function properly. Well, here.
And it's obvious that Kira's getting a little tired after having brained and cast and eaten, so she's in a food coma, like all of the things. She's like, I want to go upstairs and get the Beholder ick off of me so that I can get the Beholder. Like,
I know, I gotta hurry up. Alright, and this will be the last thing we do. Sorry, guys. I knew it was gonna be a long time to identify stuff because you guys hit the friggin' jackpot, but the Beholder had a lot of shit.
It's a lot, yeah.
We also had like 3 sessions full of combat.
Yeah, I
that
know.
Was us collecting shit, so.
If we just post a list into the chat, can we just kind of divvy between sessions a little bit so we
That's
can hand
fine.
wave some of that?
Yeah, that's fine. We can,
Okay.
or if you send it to me, then
That's
I can work it in. We'll make it work.
Okay, because that might save some time than doing the who wants what.
We never have any problems with that. It's the identification process that takes us a fucking hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. When you have a bunch
We have
of shit.
10 items to divvy either.
We don't. We've actually only got like 6, and one of them's actually 2 of them are potions. So
I sent
it's
you.
gonna be easy. Most of the shit we found is actually mundane. Actually, over half of the shit we found was mundane.
So, Kat, I sent you the details on it, but you identify this as being a bag of heroes berries. So it's a small enchanted bag that contains a number of magical berries. Each day at dawn, the bag magically refills with a random number of berries. You'll roll a 1d6 to determine the number of berries produced. Each berry has a unique effect determined by rolling a 1d6 when consumed. The effect lasts for 1 hour unless specified otherwise. So what you can get is healing, fortifying, strength, swiftness, resilience, or insight.
So Kira, she does this ritual, and it notably takes a little bit longer. Like, she slows as she's doing it, as she's nearing the end of it, and she's like poured the berries into her hand and is like very, very
Yeah, he's gonna be
focused
here
on
too.
it.
Yeah, we're gonna
When it does conclude, it's the Aegis, these are definitely for you. Have you heard of heroes berries?
Has Aegis heard of heroes berries?
You have. They actually come from where you are from. That was the first time that they were discovered, and they were created in that area.
You're shitting me. That's from right there in Ambershire.
She's going to tuck him back into the pouch, make sure that it is closed, and then very carefully toss him over to him.
Oh, I'm gonna make a cobbler just like my pa made.
Maybe don't. I mean, you could try, but maybe don't. I don't know what's going to happen if they're mixed.
With that, we're gonna end for tonight because that was a good timing. So next week we're gonna have Lucy here in the U.S. at her house, playing with us both on Saturday and on Sunday. So that's very, very exciting. Lucy, I know you're not gonna sleep yet, but make sure you sleep on the plane.
I'm gonna sleep in the car ride. It's
Okay.
5 hours.
Sleep
I
in
have
the
all the
car
time.
and then sleep on your 9-hour flight.
Yeah.
And then you can sleep as long as you want when you get here.
Absolutely, it's a hell of a lot of travel, man. So we've got everything ready for you. We're excited to have you here.
Are you flying from the UK or are you flying from Africa?
Mhm.
We're gonna
flying
go,
from the UK
we're
all
gonna
the
go
way to
raid, guys, because I want to make
Atlanta.
sure that we get everybody out and we'll just talk for hours. So.
Yeah, that's
Gonna go
all.
raid.
But not as bad as Africa.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a long fucking haul, though.
Thank you guys for
especially
hanging
somebody whose
out.
sleep
It was a
schedule is
really
not
great
normal.
session.
Damn college students.
We're gonna go ahead and.
I think that's just a me thing, actually.
That maybe. I did not sleep well in college either. I
Yeah,
used
thank
to
you guys
stay
for
up
hanging out.
sometimes for
Truly.
2-3 days at a time.
Yeah, same.
No
see
drugs
you.
involved,
I'm not
by
sure
the
if
way,
I'm gonna
just
do
because I
stream
was that
Tuesday night or
guy.
not because I think we're bowling. But
Sometimes
we'll
drugs
see you
involved,
guys.
but not
I got
Friday.
this book a while back, so I
Very
think I'll
good
just
to see
read it on the plane.
Yeah, what is
Thank
it?
you, guys. We'll see you soon.
Gotrek and Felix.
Gotrek and
It's
Felix. Oh, is that
Warhammer
fucking
Fantasy.
Warhammer? No
Bye,
shit,
guys.
dude. That is awesome. Get out of here.
I have 2 books of this. I finished the other one already. That's the last book I think they wrote about it. Ironically, so I read them in reverse order.
I think that they have them as hero